basketball team help you soar. Discover the power of today's radio and digital platforms.
KINA 910 AM and 107.5 FM is the #1 talk radio station in Salina, featuring Coffee Talk in the mornings with Sean Hannity and Mark Levin in the afternoons. KINA is your stadium for the world champion Kansas City Chiefs and the home of Southeast of Saline sports. Local news, sports, and talk. KINA 910 AM and 107.5 FM.
Winners, where service is everything.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, getting ready for Southeast of Saline Trojan Basketball. It's a doubleheader, ladies first and the guys to follow up. Don't forget, we'll have a pregame conversation at halftime of the girls contest with head coach Francis Flax and get all caught up on what's been going on with the Southeast of Saline boys. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith here, Brian Dennett. Live stream video on SalinaPost.com presented by Salina Surgical Hospital. As we get ready to go here before starters, I anticipate the national anthem as Jathan Show in-house. He will get everybody on the public address system ready to go here. Limited numbers, of course. We expected that, especially with the games being moved up. But if you're listening on KINA or joining us on Salina Post watching live stream video, we sure do appreciate you keeping track of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. Looks like we may have some mic issues here down at the table.
Hey, that mic's set up for a 6 o'clock start, not a 5 o'clock start.
It may have also had 2024 batteries in it. We haven't used it since then, so.
A little Y2K with the batteries. We might just need to, I think we could chase them out there. He can just yell it.
That's right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you. We'll get this one going here. It's a 2-minute timeout here on KINA.
Pores, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here to the Purple Palace, the campus of Southeast of Saline. Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, it is time to go over our starting lineups. For the visitors from Smoky Valley, they are under the direction of fourth-year head coach Jason Drilliard. They are 0-4 so far on the season overall, 0-2 in the CKL, in which they play. They will start Sophia Iyer. She's a 5'7" sophomore, 2 points a game. Also Kinsley Haxton, 5'5" sophomore, 7 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. Elsie Boffman, a 5'10" senior, 8 points, 5.5 rebounds a game, along with Cameron Ryan, a 5'9" sophomore, 2 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. And Kat Blanchett, the lone returning starter, and she's the leading scorer and leading rebounder on the Smoky Valley team. 15.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds for the Smoky Valley Lady Vikings. For the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, under the direction of head coach Shauna Smith, she got her 110th win Friday in Belleville against Republic County, assisted by Steve Reedy and Kylie Holmes. They will start. Returning starters from last year, Addison Rohr, 5'7" senior, 2.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, and a half of an assist. Abba Pearson coming off of a career performance, 20 points on Friday at Republic County. Abba is a 5'7" junior, 10.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. She comes into this game the team's leading scorer and leading rebounder. She also grabs 2 assists per contest. Reese Heinrich, a 5'1" freshman point guard, almost 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, along with Kaya Samuelson, a 5'7" freshman, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Kaya leads the team in steals and assists, 3.5 assists per game. Also, Sutton Douglas, she rounds out the starting 5'7" junior, 5.5 points, 2.5 rebounds per game for Shauna Smith. Tyler, your turn. New Image Audio, keys to success other than remote start and heated seats. What are your keys tonight?
Hey, there you go. It's all about just playing basketball, right? Like we can talk about schedule changes and everything that's going on right now, but I think that's as big of a deal as your head coach or is that you want to make it. And I don't think Shauna Smith, I don't think they're making a big deal of it. You're getting to play basketball. There's a run right now the Southeast can go on, and it's all about playing basketball. It doesn't matter about scouting reports sometimes, but just getting out, playing, having fun, doing what you've done, and meeting that Trojan standard. And I think that's a standard that's been set here, years. And it's not just a basketball standard. It's a Trojan standard, all sports, all schools, everything that goes along. You meet that standard. Let's see what can happen.
Blanchett in the center circle is Samuelson to start this game. Smoky Valley has the basketball. First possession of the game. They try to dump it in low to Blanchett, and it will go out of bounds. Interesting matchup here. Smoky Valley wearing their road black jerseys trimmed in orange. It's the freshman, Kaya Samuelson, guarding the 6'+ Kat Blanchett. And she has a sweet little turnaround on the right block, and she's able to go up and score. First points of the game on the first possession to the Lady Vikings.
Yeah, and you saw good help on Blanchett. She still was able to get the shot up. Just a great finish from Blanchett.
Here's a miss by Douglas down low. She gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Heinrich for a 3. That won't go. Smoky Valley has the rebound. Back the other way come the Lady Vikings. You mentioned, Tyler, the schedule that this Smoky Valley team has played as a drive to the basket goes unanswered. Ball out of bounds off Southeast will stay here. In the CKL, though, you're going to see teams like Heston, and they played Heston pretty tight, although Heston was a little shorthanded from what we understand that game, but 0-4, but they've had a tough schedule.
Yeah, they have had a really tough schedule. And you have Heston, you have Halstead, you have all these teams that are just cluttering up, top of the 3A state standings. And Smoky Valley goes toe-to-toe with them year in and year out. You see a nice little drive by Samuelson, misses the 10-footer, but they're battle-tested. I mean, this is a team that just finds himself athletically. They're always super athletic.
Here's a drive that Sutton Douglas is able to shut off. Now an outside shot from the opposite way that won't go from Iyer. Here comes Southeast of Saline back the other way. Douglas pitches it up the floor. Samuelson, brief touch inside. Addison Rohr, she lost her defender. Had a really poor angle at the backboard, though, unable to get that one to go. Here comes Blanchett back the other way. She sets her drive off. Now a top of the key three is good, and it's Kinsley Haxton for a three. Smoky Valley off to a 5-0 start here.
Yeah, and you saw Thaxton just catch that ball in rhythm. We talk about being in rhythm a lot, and right there she's nice catch, nice finish from about 22 feet out.
Kaya Samuelson has a ball slapped out of bounds as she was going up for a scoop shot. It will stay with Southeast of Saline as Reese Heinrich set to inbound. Underneath the basket, way out high, Sutton Douglas, now Addison Rohr. They come back to Heinrich. Little ball fake. She'll sling it right to the right-hand side. Here's Samuelson on the drive. Dumps it off at the last minute. Heinrich off the window. Give the assist to Samuelson. The bucket to Heinrich as the two freshmen hook up.
And I love the strong finish from Heinrich inside the paint right there. Like, it is a nice dish. Samuelson had the defender draw to her. Nice dish. Quick finish from Heinrich. Great job from the Trojan freshman.
We don't draw a lot of attention to it, but I think it needs to be said. Reese Heinrich's only 5'1". She is barely over 4'12".
Yeah, and you would, yeah, she is. And 4'13", some might say, but you would never, ever notice that the way that we talk about her. I mean, she always has an inside presence. She's battling for everything. She does a great job.
Most players like that. When you talk about their lack of height, it's because there's a reason that they're getting beat or they're getting out-rebounded or something like that. That is not the case with Reese Heinrich.
No, Heinrich's just an absolute dog down there. I mean, she does everything you need her to do. She's always creating good position. You see right there, she causes a tie-up right there. Ball's going to Southeast Saline, but she's always in the right spot. Just kind of that basketball IQ that you don't see a lot of times from a freshman. She knows where to be, when to be there. She's doing a great job.
Braylon Whitaker checked out. She was actually in the starting lineup in place of Elsie Boffman. Boffman now back into the game for the first time. And now a foul here on Smoky Valley. It'll be the first foul for Smoky Valley and the first foul of this game. It'll send Sutton Douglas to the free throw line as Elsie Boffman gets the foul. Sutton Douglas to the free throw line, the Southpaw junior. Her first free throw attempt is up and good.
Hey, and you saw right there, the Smoky Valley over-pursued right there. Anytime Sutton gets that ball in that left wing, we just watch her pursue the basket so hard. Did a great job just going strong. And I'll tell you what, as Sutton misses that second free throw, Rohr with the rebound, that's one of the purest shots. If we were talking about Christmas break, watching these girls shoot, Sutton Douglas, that shot just goes in all the time from 20 feet.
Southeast had a second chance at it there as Heinrich threw it right to Samuelson. Samuelson tried to get it back inside. Looked like Sutton Douglas had a chance to score. She could not. But Southeast of Salina has rattled off 3 straight here after trailing by 5 to start this game. 5:35 left to go here in the first quarter. And we are back the other way. Smoky Valley with it. She'll float to the right-hand side now to Kinsley Haxton. Haxton crosses over, goes right to left. Now a lob pass, top of the elbow, and it's kind of a I'm going faster than what my dribble is capable of hitting the floor type of turnover there for Smoky Valley, their first one of the game.
And we're seeing twice now. We're seeing 2 guards playing, on Blanchett. It's kind of an interesting, strategy from Coach Shauna Smith. I mean, 2 guards make Blanchett put the ball on the court, make her beat you from 15 feet out. And we've seen that she hasn't had a lot of success with that. Oh, Sutton Douglas right there. Great move from the top of the key. It was the dribble where she protected the basketball going in. You see a nice steal from Pearson. Great left-hand layup. This is exactly what you need to do with a team that doesn't have a lot of great guard play.
And a 7-0 run by Southeast of Saline, and that prompts a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here at Southeast of Saline. In the Equity Bank broadcast booth, I want to appreciate all of those guys and gals and everything that they do. You might think that during the weather the bank shuts down, but they have been busy. People making plans here into the new year, looking after their financial responsibilities, and there's no better place to do it than Equity Bank. They are a proud supporter of Southeast of Saline student athletes. And boy, Tyler, get down 5-0 here on your home floor. Start to look around. You're playing a team that's 0-4, but now a quick response by Southeast of Saline. 7 straight points.
Well, and I love the aggressiveness from Sutton Douglas, right? I mean, we know that she's left-hand dominant, and she's so good going to that side, but it was that little move right there where she cups the basketball, makes sure nobody can take it. Tell you what, Sutton Douglas, what a running back she would make, right? Like she looked at it right there. She looked like she just turned the corner. She was going to the end zone. Great finish from Douglas, which led to a great defensive steal, and Abigail finished on the other side.
Here's Samuelson with a near steal. Smoky Valley, though, ends up with it. Haxton tried to pants it across, and Sutton Douglas took it away. 3 straight turnovers now for Smoky Valley. Here comes Southeast on the attack. Reagan Duran into the game along with Annabelle Vialas into the contest. Here's Douglas now. She's going to go to the right-hand side of the lane now, be tied up, and a foul will come first on Elsie Boffman. For Boffman, that is her second now.
And Devin, you know what I'm starting to notice with Sutton Douglas is we talk about Addison Roroff. She's always in the right spot, doing the right thing, an undersized post player. Sutton's doing that exact same thing. She's like always in the right spot. She understands where offensive and defensive rebounds, where her body needs to be. She's just doing a great job creating successful opportunities for herself.
Here's a shot up by Southeast. That's no good. Smoky Valley has it now, trotting back the other way. They tried to run up and down the floor a couple of times with Southeast of Salina, and that definitely favored the Trojans.
Well, and I think with the lack of guard play, for so many years, they've just had such great guard play, and now all of a sudden they're trying to figure out how to play without it. As you see right there, an errant shot rebounded by Pearson. They've got to figure out a new way to play because guard play is a strength right now for Southeast of Saline.
Southeast working it around. Duran, little shake to the left, comes back right. Feldman unleashes a 3, too strong, no good. Boffman with the rebound inside for Smoky Valley. Still 7-5, over halfway through the first period.
And that's a shot you like from Feldman. I like it. You could tell when Feldman got out of her hands, it didn't look good. When Feldman gets everything set, it's the purest shot you see. As you see, nice switch right there from Samuelson. Another travel. It's got to be a travel right there. Just great help. Again, it's Samuelson, it's Duran. It's the two littles on the big, on the perimeter. They're making sure Blanchett can't do anything down low. That's just a great switch from Southeast of Saline.
And by my unofficial count, Smoky Valley now with their 5th turnover. Southeast of Saline still yet to turn the basketball over with 3:25 left to go here in the first period. Lady Trojans lead it 2-0. They are currently on a 7-0 run. Abba Pearson, top of the circle, wide open. She'll let it fly. Too strong, no good. And the rebound by Boffman again down low. Her and Vialas get tangled up, and they're going to call this an alternate arrow situation. It will stay with Southeast of Saline as the Lady Trojans now a chance to use some of those Shauna Smith inbounds plays from underneath the basket.
Well, and this is something that I think you have to have more practice time with. But these inbounds plays, you've got to be able to, you've got to score on, and you're just here, and that's an ill-advised pass from Vialas to see if she can get back and create some problems.
Blanchett, coast to coast, lay in. She stops the run and ties the game, 7-7.
Yeah, and that's one of those things you just can't have happen. You can't have a turnover on a baseline inbounds play that turns into 2 points for Smoky Valley.
Blanchett's second basket of the game. She now has 4. 7-7 our score, 2:49 left to go here. Viala's inside, little fadeaway shot in the middle of the paint. That won't go down. Duran tried to get the rebound. Now it's a run out for the Lady Vikings. A shot that was kind of awkward. A couple more steps and a layup would have been better served there. Now a reach-in foul in the middle of the floor on Blanchett. That will be her first. Smoky Valley's 3rd team foul.
Yeah, and Blanchett can't commit that foul there. That's a foul. Blanchett's fouls have to be made in the paint if you're a Smoky Valley fan right there. You can't have them made 50 feet away from the bucket. Heinrich did a good job getting into her body, kind of trying to get away. That's a heady move from Heinrich. Heinrich could have got away earlier. I think she did a good job using her body to create that foul.
Reese floats off to the right-hand side. Strong bounce pass to Pearson. She spins off the defender, pulls up from 16. That's no good. But then she is knocked down, cut at the knees by Haxton as the sophomore from Smoky Valley fouled Abba Pearson after the shot. It'll remain Southeast of Saline basketball.
And see, I don't understand that call. Like, you have to give them room to land. If they don't get room to land, you should get 2 free throws. That's not the way the referee saw it right there. But we talked about this the other day. Abigail, nice entry pass to Sutton. Sutton, nice shot. Sutton's just destroying that left block as she always does. But there's so much emphasis on Pearson right now, as there has to be, as you see a wild shot thrown up right there, and it's good for Smoky Valley's Cameron Wright. But there's got to be so much emphasis defensively put on Pearson after a 20-point night. As you see right there, a double dribble from Heinrich. She knew it, just kind of got sped up a little bit.
These two teams have each had their runs here in the first quarter, but right now they cannot get away from each other. 9-9 is our score. 2:04 left to play here in the opening quarter. Southeast of Saline now on defense, trying to defend this Smoky Valley Lady Viking team. Coming in here looking for their first win. Braylon Whitaker, a freshman for Smoky Valley, had the basketball. Now it gets whipped inside to Blanchett, and another beautiful elevation and a shot that is up over the top of the defense. She has half a dozen.
Yeah, and just a great finish. I mean, Samuelson in a good position. I think that's something that Shauna Smith's willing to give up. Let Blanchett get however many points she can get, and you're going to defend, as you see Abba right there burying a big three. But you're going to let Samuel or Blanchett do what she can. As you see Samuelson right there, great defensive play. She's everywhere. This is fun.
Abba that time just kind of took a dribble to her left. She had a lot of space and went ahead and shot that kind of in the middle of the dribble. It was a really great-looking shot. It's now southeast of Saline. Goes to a 1-3-1 type of defense. Blanchett underneath. Got a little bump there from Heinrich. Tried to finish underneath the rim. She could not throw it in reverse. Here comes Southeast back the other way. Samuelson gets caught with a travel. Shuffled the feet as she tried to put it on the floor and go into the lane. And that'll be the third turnover for Southeast of Saline with 71 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter.
But David, going back to that 1-3-1 zone, it was Heinrich that all of a sudden got herself down low, and she just knew where to put the body, position herself against the much taller Blanchett. Did a great job just altering that shot.
Now a foul on Kaya Samuelson as she was getting after Kinsley Haxton that time. Samuelson just collect her first foul. It is also the first team foul on Southeast of Saline, who's had a pretty clean first quarter here as far as turnovers and fouls. Well, it's just 3 turnovers. Here's Boffman with it in the keyhole. She goes all the way around, complete 360. Now hands it off up top to Haxton. Haxton now looking inside. She's being guarded closely by Heinrich. Now throws the ball up in the air. It's going to be in question. It's taken in, though, by Boffman for the Vikings. Blanchett on the bench right now, and this team looks a little lost offensively without her.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, Blanchett's definitely the key that keeps us going. That's just 2 players going for a loose ball. You can tell that there's some definitely disconnect without Blanchett being in the lineup for Smoky Valley.
Smoky Valley's ran this clock all the way down to 30. Now a drive, high off the window. That won't go down. Boffman and Douglas both getting after the rebound, and if that's on Boffman, that is number 3 for her. And it is. They're going to whistle that against Elsie Boffman, and that is her 3rd foul here in this first quarter.
And that's huge. I mean, anytime you're getting rid of some of these, veteran players. I mean, number 3 in the first quarter, that's really tough if you're Coach Jason Drouillard and Smoky Valley Vikings.
And she has been their best rebounder since she came off the bench.
Yeah, without a doubt. Every single ball, she's there. As you see Douglas bury the first. But 100%, you've got to keep all your bigs in the game. And you can see that's where this depth, and that's one thing that you want to see with these games. You have to. You can't just play with 5, 6, 7 players. You have to have a lot of depth at the schedule that Southeast has coming up.
Sutton Douglas got the first free throw. Second one also on the way. It is too strong, no good. Vialas one-hands the rebound and brings it back down. Now out to Duran. She'll shoot the 3.
Yes.
And she gets the roll. Reagan Duran off the rebound from Annabelle Vialas. Gets the 3 ball to fly. 16-11, closing seconds of the first period. Smoky Valley with a shot on the right-hand side. No good. It's an air ball. Vialas will clean it up, and that will be the end of the first period. 16-11, a strong finish by Southeast of Saline, and they will take a 5-point lead into the second quarter. You're listening to Lady Trojan Basketball as they lead it by 5. It's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital.
Your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor's running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
Suit up for your next Southeast of Saline game day with Trojan gear from CopyCo. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At CopyCo, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a diehard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. CopyCo, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back to the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith here. 5 points, Southeast of Saline lead. As really, when you put all that in a blender, it's a 16-6 finish to the quarter after trailing 5-0 to start the game.
Well, Devin, it's been that defensive startup. And you want to talk about it, there's only been one team foul called on Southeast Salina. You wonder if at some point Shauna Smith tells her defense to get more and more aggressive until they start calling fouls. I mean, continue to let your defense lead to offense, because that's something that Southeast can do so well, especially if the referees are going to let some things fly.
Blanchett inside. I think if you're – I hear what you're saying. Ratchet up the defensive pressure a little bit. You can afford to do that. But I think if you're going to do that, your main target is going to be Kat Blanchett, correct? I mean, just –
Yeah, 100%. I mean, anytime she's – I don't know if there's somebody else you see right there. It's Kinsley Haxton that misses the three. I don't know if there's anybody else that can score and beat you on this team. As you see right there, turnover. Feldman does a great job swiping the ball away. But, yeah, like, take some risks defensively, but make sure they're on the right person. And make sure you're doing them in the right spots. You don't want to do them on the perimeter. No easy buckets, no easy anything. You see Addison Rohr. We've seen Addison Rohr just play defense everywhere. She can play in the paint. She can play in the perimeter, just like we see Sutton Douglas. But we're seeing a carry right there. It's just good defense from Douglas on the perimeter. A little help from Samuelson. Great team defense from Southeast.
16-11, 7-11 left to go here in the second quarter. Thursday night basketball here at Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojans leading the Smoky Valley Vikings by 5. Pearson with it, now to Feldman.
He's just getting extremely physical. You know, we kind of just right there. Sutton Douglas, just a great job getting that left block off. Feldman was on the right side, did a good job, just couldn't come down with the rebound. We kind of joked about the lack of foul calls. It looked like a lot of physicality on both teams right there. They're going to let them play through. Let's go. Let's fight through. Let's see what you can do.
Full court pressure once again here by Southeast of Saline. Smoky Valley with a long pass in front of the scores table. They nearly threw it into the backcourt, but avoided that. Now get it into the hands of Braylon Whitaker. Whitaker plays it to the right now to Haxton. Haxton wants to drive to the baseline. Feldman there to shut her off. Now she's stuck without a dribble. Back into the corner. Here's a dribble to nowhere by Iyer. And now those two miscommunicate and throw it out of bounds for the second turnover in a row for Smoky Valley.
And if you're just watching this, you might not see what's going on right there. But the communication between Samuelson and Feldman right there was fantastic. They were talking about who to come off of, who to stay on right there. That's just good team defense from Southeast to create that turnover.
6:20 left to play here in the second period. Southeast of Saline with it. Dumped down inside to Douglas. Turnaround shot on the right side of the basket. Is up and good by Sutton Douglas. She is pacing all scores now with 8.
Are we watching Sutton Douglas just grow and grow and grow? I mean, if that offensive game comes along with everything else she does, she's going to be an issue. Great finish from Sutton Douglas.
Loose ball scooped up by Feldman. 3 consecutive turnovers now for Smoky Valley. Abba Pearson with an over-the-head pass. How many times do you see that now in the game? It's one of the 3 main staples, right? And Abba Pearson put a vapor trail on that one. Tried to hit Douglas down low on the opposite side of the basket. Would have been an easy 2, but a Smoky Valley Lady Viking tipped it out of bounds.
Well, it's definitely Abba's soccer background right there. Just a great overhead pass, and it looks like I think Southeast might have got away with a pretty favorable call right there. I thought it tipped off Sutton's hands. Nevertheless, stays with Southeast.
Samuelson dribbles to the middle of the lane. Her hanging jumper from 12 won't go down. She is still scoreless, but she does so many other things. It's just, you know, she's going to get attention after her start to the season. Now it's everybody else kind of filling in, and a timeout will be called here by Smoky Valley. It's a full timeout as we take a break. Southeast of Saline leads it by 7. It's their biggest lead of the game here early on with 5:38 left to go here from the Equity Bank broadcast booth. You're listening and watching Lady Trojan Basketball.
Time to start planning for spring. Phillips Seed is ready to help you choose the best seed genetics for your operation. From top-performing corn hybrids to high-yield soybean varieties and advanced seed treatments, we'll get your crops off to a strong start. Find us online at phillipsseed.com, on Facebook, or on X. Call us today at 785-949-2204. That's 785-949-2904. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back out of the full timeout by Smoky Valley. They have the basketball. A pass to the left-hand side to Haxton. She has to run it down near the sideline after it was tipped out of there by Samuelson. Now Haxton falls down, takes a backflip and a three-pointer off the backboard. Boy, Smoky Valley needed that. It goes off the backboard from Cameron Ryan. She now has 5 points. Sutton Douglas inside, got fouled. She will go back to the line.
Devin, right there, Sutton just drives left-hand baseline. I think Blanchett thinks she's going to go up right there. She goes reverse style, draws the foul on Haxton right there. Just a great move from Sutton.
It's the second foul on Kensley Haxton.
First
Sutton
one goes.
Douglas makes the free throw. There's only one person in this game that has shot free throws for either team. She's at the line right now. It's Sutton Douglas.
And she's earned them, right? Like she's doing what it takes to get down there. That was kind of an ugly free throw from Douglas. It misses on that right backside, but the rest have looked pretty darn good. She's pretty pure from there, but she's working her tail off in the paint right now.
And you touched on her aggressiveness here in this game. I'll give you a little bit more data to back that up. She has shot 6 free throws so far in this game, as we are still very early in the first half. Coming into this game, she's only shot 8 free throws in the first 5 games.
And you're thinking at some point, you want that. Let's just talk about bodies. Let's do it. Doesn't matter if it's boys or girls. You want Douglas's body on Blanchett. You want Douglas just banging down low. Douglas is so flipping strong. She's right there. You're seeing it again on Blanchett. That's a mismatch if you're Smoky Valley. You can't handle Sutton Douglas down low with that body. She's so great at just using it, and that left hand is so nice.
Samuelson tried to force one in. Little pick and roll action there to Douglas. Blanchett was there to knock it out of there. And a Southeast of Saline foul on Abba Pearson, trying to keep that ball on the offensive end for Southeast. It is her first personal, just the second team foul on Southeast of Saline here in this first half. Not a lot of fouls across the board.
No, it's been pretty cleanly called, as you see, and we're seeing some pressure. We're seeing a lot of pressure right there, and that's a good call. I like that. It's almost like Abbott was testing the officials right there. Abbott was trying to get a little feel, if she could get a little rub, on the ball handler for Smoky Valley right there. Very good call from the official.
That'll be 2 now on Abbott. She got him within 10 seconds. And Addison Rohr will pop up off the bench. She'll come in. She will give Abba Pearson a break. 4:29 left to go here, second quarter. Smoky Valley with a long pass on the inbounds. Nearly went out of bounds on the sideline. Now Blanchett holds it between the rings. She wants to drive. Steps through a defender. Foul call, foul before the travel, says the baseline official. And the foul will go against Reagan Duran, her first.
And you're seeing Smoky Valley wanting to run everything through Blanchett. I mean, they got Blanchett 20 feet away, and they're having screens for her. She's attacking the rim. I mean, she's a good enough athlete to do it. You just got to make sure make her beat you. Don't commit those fouls. Just make her make those moves.
Lob pass in to Nevaeh Spittler. Now she's going to go back to Blanchett, who is hovering around the three-point line towards the right wing. Now a pass inside. Shot missed. Down low by Spittler. Rebound, Douglas. Here comes Southeast back the other way. Samuelson with it. Bounce pass underneath the defender to Duran. Reagan Duran just threw it up to Addison Rohr. That ball really didn't have a lot of objective to it, and it was taken away by Smoky Valley.
No, right there, you got to see Duran just stop herself, throw the bounce pass. She had a wide open, Trojan right there. Just don't throw that overhead pass. Right there again, Reagan's got to slow down a little bit.
And in Reagan's defense, she got it back on the other end with a steal. So
she did, and you can see immediately she's coming out of the game. And that's just going to be a little word that Coach Shauna Smith or Coach Steve Reedy gives her. You just slow down. Got to give that bounce pass. The idea is correct, right? Like you're wanting to get the ball in the correct spot, but you got to do it in the correct way.
Samuelson off the inbounds. Feldman has checked back in. Here's Heinrich with the trigger 3 off the pick. That won't go down. And the rebound by Blanchett down low. She was there by herself. A stall in scoring here. We haven't had many points since that last full timeout by Smoky Valley. It's been 2-0 Smoky Valley. Southeast, though, still leads by 5. Here's a drive and a shot put up that bounces off the rim. Sutton Douglas with another rebound.
Again, Douglas just right spot, right time. She's creating those opportunities with just her heady play.
Here's Reese Heinrich. She had a ball that was swatted out of there by Blanchett, and then Heinrich didn't give up on the ball. She ends up creating an alternate arrow situation, and the jump ball arrow will keep it with Southeast. That's just Reese Heinrich just being one of those people that won't give up. She made a mistake. She ends up getting it right back.
Yeah, it is. But you're starting to see now a lot of lazy passes from Southeast, and that's something you've got to stop doing if you're Southeast Saline. You've got to create those good passes. You see right there, Blanchett just steals the ball from Viales. Nice finish from Blanchett. That's just a hustle play from Blanchett.
Boy, what a play there by Kat Blanchett. 5'11 senior for Smoky Valley. Here is Samuelson on the drive, and she's going to have her shot blocked out of bounds against the wall by Blanchett. It'll stay here with Southeast of Saline. 2:48 left to go in the second quarter.
And Samuelson did so many things correct there. She did a lot of right things right there. Blanchett just makes a great defensive play, swatting that ball out of bounds.
Fialis has it with her feet on the top of the key three-point line. Now she'll go to Feldman inside Addison Rohr. Rohr with a back and forth, but went up and under. May have passed up an open shot there. Now it ends up with Heinrich. Now Samuelson. Kaya with a little ball and shoulder fake. She's going to spin move. Now dump it out left wing to Feldman. Feldman will have her dribble taken away. It goes out of bounds and will stay with Southeast.
You're starting to see maybe a little gun shy right now without Sutton, without Abba being in the game. I mean, there's been the two, the Trojans that have provided the most offense so far tonight. Like, how's the Southeast team gonna handle with both of them being out of the game right now?
Samuelson off the inbounds, goes baseline, try to reverse it, and that ball is going to be taken away by Blanchett. Here comes Blanchett, unattended, all the way down the floor, and she's going to end up with a wide open layup. Good run here by Smoky Valley, and that'll prompt a Southeast of Saline timeout as Kat Blanchett has had the last two buckets back-to-back on transition opportunities. Cameron Ryan also hit that backboard three. Don't forget about that. 2:13 left to go here with 32nd timeout. Want to remind you, Southeast of Saline's Booster Club helps bring you live coverage of student activities from Southeast of Saline and boost that purple power. It is always a great day to be a Trojan.
And Devin, right there, that bucket by Blanchett was just straight hustle from her. She out-hustled every Southeast of Saline Trojan that was playing defense on that transition side, just beat him down the court. That can't happen. You can't see a big get a steal on the perimeter on their defensive side and beat you down for a layup on the other side. You've got to hustle down. You've got to create a pass. You've got to stop the basketball. That basketball is the most important thing when a ball handler has it, especially when it's a big like Blanchett right there. You've got to make her pass it off. Got to do something nobody got in Blanchett's way. Easy layup for the athlete Blanchett.
Blanchett has 10 for Smoky Valley, and it's a 1-point Southeast of Saline lead. 2:06 left to go. Smoky Valley, the closest that they've been since back it was 7-7. Here's a foul now down inside. This foul will go against Cameron Ryan. That is her first.
And you saw right there that just Addison Rohr did a great job creating position. Just put that backside as far out as she could get it. Creates a good open window for the pass to come. It's an easy call for an official because there's no way that you can bat that ball away unless you come over the back.
Heinrich gets it into Samuelson. Little pump fake. Now a floater to the middle of the lane. And that ball's going to be out of bounds off a Southeast player, and it'll go the way of Smoky Valley.
And they're going to talk about it. It looked like it went off Blanchett. Both officials, they got together, they had a little conference. They're going to say it stays with Smoky Valley.
1:57 left to go. Smoky Valley having trouble getting it in bounds here. Finally they do, but it hits the back of the backboard. That'll be a turnover, and it'll go to Southeast of Saline.
So right now we talked about the lack of turnovers that Southeast had in the first quarter. Now it's just been a flurry of turnovers in the second quarter. And that's what got Smoky Valley back in this basketball game. Secure the basketball, get easy shots, easier said than done. Looks like we're throwing that baseline inbounds play. I don't know if the timing's incorrect right now, but it just doesn't look natural. Fantastic finish from Samuelson.
Samuelson in amongst the trees, powers it up, and now Smoky Valley off the inbounds turns it over. Boy, what a shot by Kaya there. She was looking straight up at the rim. I don't know how she had an angle to make that shot, but she did. So Southeast of Saline gets it right back. 12 turnovers for Smoky Valley here in this first half of play. Heinrich with it. Goes right-hand side. Samuelson in down low to Rohr. Up and under move. Rohr got him, but they're going to call her for a traveling violation. That was the same move she put on the opposite side of the paint earlier on in this quarter. She passed that shot up. The thought process is going, right?
And she must have shuffled her feet on the other side that we couldn't see, because that's a jump stop with the step through, but I think she did shuffle her feet before that step through happened. It's a good call from the officials who've been pretty on top of that all night.
Inside a minute and a half left to go. 1:26 left to play. Smoky Valley trying to break this full court pressure from Southeast of Saline. Blanchett steps through a forming trap for Southeast of Saline. She is fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. This will be the first free throws of the night for Smoky Valley.
And they're saying that foul's on Douglas, but that started with Samuelson. Samuelson's got to take away that sideline. You can't let Blanchett get that sideline. You got to force her inside, make sure she comes inside as she misses the first free throw. But only the first on Douglas, and that's something that's good to know, because that's something that Douglas has battled. She's had some foul issues so far this season.
First free throw misses for Blanchett. Second one coming up. and it rattles home. 1 of 2 at the free throw line for the Smoky Valley senior. 21-19, Southeast of Saline leads it by 2. Reagan Duran back in there. She has the basketball right now. She'll go to Kaya Samuelson. Samuelson is trying to hand it off to Heinrich. Heinrich just kept running by. Samuelson, though, able to save it. Now to Douglas. Douglas, hand checked all the way to the baseline. Sutton pulls up. That won't go. Here comes Reese Heinrich out of nowhere. Tries to get the basketball. Now Reagan Duran trying to save it off of Heinrich, and it goes out of bounds. I'm with you, Tyler. It just something has happened here. I think it's defensive pressure mainly is what we can credit for Smoky Valley. Southeast just off kilter right now. Everything's getting tipped. Everything's getting deflected. Smoky Valley's doing a nice job defensively.
Well, we've seen Abba sitting for a while now. You just keep an Abba, and you have to do it. Abba with 2 fouls. You can't get Abba's 3rd foul right now in the first half. You just got to let her sit. You got to just kind of survive right now. You have 45 seconds left. See what you can do and go into halftime with.
Here is Boffman that comes back into the game, and again, Elsie Boffman has 3 fouls. She is back into the game, though, here for Smoky Valley. She traveled there.
Yeah, and definitely that's just, good team defense. And the officials are seeing that. They're seeing that on both sides. We've seen some turnovers on Southeast that we might have thought that could have been a foul from Smoky Valley. They're not calling the fouls on Smoky Valley. They're not calling Southeast. They're doing a good job letting these girls play, but it's creating a lot of turnovers. You see right there, nice backup from Heinrich. She gets fouled on the layup, rewarded 2 free throws, misses the layup.
Boy, that was a beautiful give and go between Heinrich and Addison Rohr. Heinrich gave it to Addison around the elbow. Rohr gave it back to her, and she was, again, in there kind of amongst the taller folks. She got fouled, and she's taken a trip to the free throw line where she hits the first one. 3 points so far for Reese Heinrich. That's her first free throw of the evening. Second one pending with 30 seconds left to play. Keep it tuned right here. We'll go over numbers from the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll also have a conversation with Francis Flax about the second game coming up this evening. Heinrich toes that line again for her second attempt. It is too strong off the mark, no good. Sutton Douglas will watch the rebound fall into the hands of Cameron Ryan. Here comes Smoky Valley. They can have the last shot if they want to. Right inside the 3-point line, they're going to pull the trigger from 2. That's no good. Douglas with another rebound. Southeast now has a chance. Heinrich with it. She'll come across the timeline. 14 seconds left to go. Left-hand side to Samuelson. Now Heinrich gets it back.
Yeah, and you see right there, just a silly foul. I mean, that's Kinsley Haxton. I mean, Heinrich's trying to set something up, on the perimeter. She's 30 feet away from the bucket. Maybe a smart foul. I don't know. Maybe Coach Drullard wanted that, so they had to set something up from the sideline.
8.9 left. Here's a deflection. Goes into the backcourt. Reagan Duran has it. Now clock down to 4. Duran still trying to lose the defender. Samuelson, 3-pointer at the buzzer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rohr with the putback, and that will not go down. And that is the end of the first half. Boy, it looked like Southeast of Saline might run away with this thing. That is 7-point advantage early on in the second quarter. The Smoky Valley comes back. Now a 3-point game here at the break. Halftime is brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. When we come back, we'll check the numbers from the first half. We will also have a conversation with boys head coach Francis Flax. It's all coming up when we come back. 22-19, Southeast of Saline leads it by 3. We're at the break, and the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report starts now.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at the break, 22-19, southeast of Saline once led by 7. Smoky Valley's biggest lead was early on. They led by 5. Now a 3-point game here at the break. And a chance for us to step aside from the girls' game and look at the second game of our doubleheader coming up next. Southeast of Saline's guys will take on Smoky Valley, and Francis Flax joins us now. It's brought to you by Frisbee Construction. And boy, Coach, a good road trip for you on Friday. You get to come out of break, and your first game of 2025, you go into Belleville to take on the Buffaloes. And you told me before the game there was some focus on some different things, mainly communication, defensive pressure, and playing as a unit. And I think I saw all three of those things to an extent on Friday. What were your thoughts about the game?
Well, you hit it on the head. Those were the three things that we really drilled on during the 7 days that we got to practice. And in the first half particularly, that showed up in every aspect. And we were okay for part of the third quarter, and then we kind of got lethargic, but we still kept enough pressure on them to where they weren't going to threaten us. We got into the position in that game where we didn't have to have Owen and Gannon both on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
If you remember that. So we kind of subbed them in for each other, which we won't do unless we get in a situation where we can actually do that. And, when we have this series of 4 games in 6 days, that might come into play.
Yeah, the schedule coming up is a little bit heavier than a JUCO schedule that you have been used to. I want to talk about Gannon Jacobson and the game plan coming in. Was it a talked about concerted effort to get him the ball down on the block against Republic County, or was it just something that was available that you guys were able to take advantage of?
Well, both. I threatened him with coming and sitting beside me if the first shot we took was a three-pointer.
Yeah.
And but no, we did a good job of executing our 4-out offense, and we're setting some good back screens, and for a change, we were hitting him when he broke open, not when he got to the spot. So it was just a good, it was a combination of both. We didn't want to start out bombing threes and then get into this, I've got to score, this and that. So
you have been searching for some kind of chemistry, some type of complementary players to kind of come in and fill certain roles. Adam Teal gets his first start at Belleville against Republic County. He ends up with 6 points. He had a play where he took the basketball away from one of their guards, ended up going coast to coast, gets a layup off of it. His first start was pretty good, and I think you want to see more of that, right?
Yeah, we sure do. And I challenged him yesterday in practice because he was getting pushed around. I told him, I said, hey, you know why you're getting pushed around? Because these guys want your spot.
Yep.
So you got to keep it. You got to earn that spot, and you got to keep it through practices. But yeah, he was good in that game. He got the first 2 or 3 rebounds that we got, and if he'll just do that and score around the rim, which he's capable of, and the truthfully is, in our 4-out offense, he can hit the 3 also. I don't want him to take a lot, but if he's out there by himself and they don't pressure him, I'm going to let him shoot it.
What do you think about the Smoky Valley team? It's always a team that, when they get off the bus or they're warming up, they look like a basketball team. They've been that way for several years. They have great size. They're 0-4, but I think that record is cloudy a little bit unless you look at their competition. They've played some really good teams here to start out, but, they've had trouble getting in games, too. This is their first game of the new year.
Yeah, and to your point, they haven't played a cupcake schedule. They played Central Plains. They played Halstead. I believe they played Heston.
Heston, yeah.
They've had a schedule similar to ours, to tell you the truth. But being their first time back, I'm extremely happy that we got to play last Friday night.
How's your practice schedule been? I know that's kind of been a challenge with all the weather and things going on. And you got to practice during the holidays, which was good, but now that practice has gone away and for as far as gym time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yesterday was the first day we were allowed to practice. And we talked about as a staff down here preparing for this game, we practiced hard yesterday defensively. I've got this deal where in practice now, when we're doing our half-court defense, the four of our 5 guys have to have towels behind their back. They don't get to use their hands.
Yeah.
And the post player is the only one that doesn't have a towel, and that makes the rest of the guys all box out and let our post player go get the rebound.
Love it. What are your keys tonight? What do you want to see most from your guys?
Well, I want to get off to a good start. That's number one. We got to keep these guys off of the offensive boards, limit their touches. And they've got a good player on that team, number 33, I believe. He's a good player. We got to control him, but we're going to pressure their guards. You're going to see a lot more full court press tonight than you've seen recently. So those things we need to work on, and I think that's a key to us to speed up the tempo of the game.
All right, I love it. Best of luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. His guys tonight tangling with Smoky Valley. We're at halftime of the girls' contest. It's a 3-point lead for Southeast of Saline. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Come back with more Southeast of Saline basketball. Third quarter is right around the corner here on KINA.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Just about ready for third quarter action here from the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Welcome back, Devin Haney, Tyler Smith. Leading scorers of this game, Kat Blanchett for Smoky Valley with 11, Cameron Ryan with 5, 3 for Kensley Haxton. For Southeast of Saline, 9 for Sutton Douglas, 5 for Abigail Pearson, 3 for Reese Heinrich, 3 for Reagan Duran, 2 for Kaya Samuelson and Addison Rohr. Smoky Valley starts out with the basketball. Tyler, what are your keys to success here in the second half, brought to you by New Image Audio?
Well, I think we saw what happens when Abigail Pearson goes out of the game. There was the stint that Abigail and Sutton were both out of the basketball game. Southeast just kind of lost their touch, right? We saw far too many turnovers, and it's now Abba, as you see, missed a 3 right there. How does Abba come into this game as fouls called on Douglas? How does Abba reinsert herself without inserting yourself? You know what I mean?
Yep.
You just spend a lot of time on the bench. You got to come and just do your normal flow, do what you want. That shot's fantastic from Abba, but how do you do it when you've sat on the bench that long?
Second foul on Sutton Douglas there, trying to contain that rebound. Smoky Valley has it back now. Blanchett shut off initially down low by Addison Rohr. She went back at it, though, after a full pivot, and Rohr will get the rebound off the miss. Here comes Southeast back the other way. Not even a minute gone in, just underway here, second quarter. Samuelson might have got away with a travel there. She switched pivot feet. Now Sutton Douglas has it on the right-hand side. Back to Kaya Samuelson. Hanger in the lane. That one bounces in. Kaya Samuelson off the dribble. Scores her second basket of the day.
Well, Devin, I always like to see what the offense looks like as soon as you come out from a timeout. That's obviously a call right there. You know, you're wanting to get a high screen right there for Samuelson. Nice little touch shot from 10 feet. You see just great defense from Heinrich getting the ball going the other way.
There's a steal by Reese going back the other way. Abba Pearson in the middle of the floor. She wants to go left now. She finds a soft spot. She'll pull up there. Now ditch it off to Samuelson. Kaya in a double team has her shot blocked. and it goes right into the hands of Kinsley Haxton for Smoky Valley. Blanchett now a runaway train all the way to the rim, and she's going to score. She went up above Reese Heinrich that time, and that ball had enough accurate spin on it to spin it into the rim, and she'll get a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, and that's a tough one from Heinrich. Just caught in a bad spot right there. So Heinrich's got to do one of two things there. Either she backs off or she just commits a on-the-ball foul, a hard, clean foul to not create a three-point play. That's something Heinrich will learn, only a freshman. You see that free throw go in. But that's the position Heinrich's going to find herself in a lot because she's always that safety gate going back there defensively.
Yeah, not a lot you can do as far as textbook defense, giving up almost a foot. Here's another loose ball. Blanchett scoops it up. She's going to work her way to the right-hand side of the rim and score again. Timeout, southeast of Saline, as we are tied. 24-24. Not a great start for Southeast here in this third quarter, and a 30-second timeout here with 6:12 left to go. We'll keep it right here. Not a lot to look at on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard tonight.
No, there's not a lot of games.
We are fortunate enough to be here, but we'll give you an update on the NCAA girls standings as we come into not only tonight, but also tomorrow night. There's a big one on the girls' side here in this gym. Southeast of Saline will host Minneapolis. Right now, those are the only two undefeated teams in the NCAA league play. Minneapolis comes in at 3-0 in league play. Southeast of Saline at 2-0 in league play. Minneapolis overall 5-1, Southeast 3-2. Then you have Ellsworth 2-1 in the NCAA, Sacred Heart 1-1, Beloit 2-2, Republic County 0-3, and Lions at 0-2. Those are your NCAA league standings tonight, brought to you by the Bennington State Bank.
And Devin, we've done this long enough. We've seen the ebbs and flows of the NCAA, right? Like we've seen this league when it was really not so strong. It's super strong right now. Tell you what, who else is super strong is Kate Blanchett. She is single-handedly keeping Smoky Valley in this game, and she's doing it from the defensive end. We have seen her create so many offense opportunities. She buries that free throw. Just a great job for Blanchett.
Smoky Valley is not respecting anything about Southeast of Saline's passing lanes right now. They are out there in every single passing lane. They are taking passes, and Southeast of Saline is going to have to shore it up.
Yeah, and it's nothing they're doing offensively. Like, we're seeing them getting a lot of problems in their half-court set. It is Kat Blanchett just taking over on the defensive side, creating easy opportunities. You see right there, a three from Haxton. This is the one thing you don't want to see Smoky Valley get is confidence, and right now they're playing with a lot of it.
Second three by Kinsley Haxton. She hit one in the first quarter, and that Smoky Valley lead is 5. They have totally swung this around. It's a 10-point swing, and now Addison Rohr will put a stop to it with her second bucket of the game.
And right there, Rohr did a good job. It was Pearson originally that had a ball deflected. She regrouped, got it. Nice little backdoor pass to Rohr, who finished when Southeast needed to finish more than anything else. And you just kind of felt it was going to be this type of game, right? Smoky Valley's turned into that type of rival. It doesn't matter what the records are when you play them, whether it's a tournament, whether it's regular season. It's going to be a dogfight. I mean, Drew Liard does a great job. Coach Drew Liard with Smoky Valley does a great job getting his girls ready to play at all times. I mean, this is just what's going to happen when these two teams match up.
That was a turnover for Smoky Valley, their second of the half. Feldman into the game, goes to Sutton Douglas. Douglas attacks the rim, gets her shot blocked there by Blanchett. The ball out of bounds. It will stay with Southeast.
And that's at least block number 4 for Blanchett. She is, and who knows how many she's just redirected and made difficult opportunities for Southeast. She's doing a great job at both ends of the basket.
Here's a turnover now on the inbound. Southeast of Saline couldn't get it in. It's their 5th turnover of the quarter already. 4:44 left to go here in the third. It's a 3-point Smoky Valley lead. Smoky Valley went on a 10-0 run. They went from trailing 24-19 to taking a 29-24 lead, and that happened in the matter of less than 2 minutes. Blanchett has it up top now. Samuelson comes out to check her, now a high screen. Blanchett does not use it. Samuelson still there defensively with her. Now they go to Boffman, who is in the game. Remember, she has 3 fouls. She's going to drive right down the middle of the lane.
Oh, mercy.
Has a ball deflected, and it goes straight up and then falls right back through the cylinder for 2 points. So Elsie Boffman.
So strong going up, it absorbs so much contact from so many different angles. The foul's called on Samuelson, but a great finish, and the free throw goes for Elsie Boffman.
Reagan Duran into the game for Southeast of Saline. 4:14 left to go. It's a 6-point lead now for Smoky Valley. Sutton Douglas has it, right-hand side. She'll get into some traffic, throw the ball up over Heinrich, and Pearson's going to have to run it down on the backside. Here's a drive by Pearson on the left-hand side. Now back into Rohr. Heinrich open for 3. Off the heel, high rebound, tapped it down to Pearson. Abin now has it. She'll play it back out to Reagan Durant. Durant over to Heinrich, now baseline, left-hand side. Douglas, little pump fake, gets Blanchett up in the air and is able to score.
And Devin, you're exactly right. It's that pump fake right there. If she goes up originally, Blanchett's going to get another block. She did a great job, again, using her body to create space, gets the ball fake up. Great finish from Sutton Douglas.
Blanchett goes into Douglas, but before that contact, she was fouled up high by Addison Rohr. Blanchett will go to the free throw line, where she is 2 of 3 from the line. Sutton Douglas, with that last basket, by the way, has a new career high in scoring with 11 points. Her previous career high was this season, although it was in 2024 when Southeast of Saline played Beloit. She had 9 in that game. Right now she sits on 11 with a lot of work left to do.
Tell you what, Blanchett's doing a great job. You're seeing, we talked about Douglas growing with confidence. You're seeing Blanchett she kind of figures out she can take over this game, and she's doing it right now for Smoky Valley.
First free throw was good by Kat Blanchett. The senior's second free throw rolls in. 34-28. Back to a 6-point lead here in a traveling violation against Southeast of Saline in the open floor. That is their 6th turnover of the quarter, 13th for the game.
And this is where you're seeing the Smoky Valley defense. I mean, we talked about the lack of fouls, right? We're letting them play physical, and I think the officials have done a fantastic job. And Smoky Valley is the team that's taking advantage of it. I thought it would be Southeast that would take advantage of it. Right now, Smoky Valley defensively is applying a lot of pressure.
There's a shot put up by Kinsley Haxton, and that is good. That's her first 2-pointer of the night. She now has 8. And now a steal. Heinrich lost the basketball, and they're going to call a foul at half court on Heinrich. They do. Heinrich has just collected her second. And it seems like right now everything that can go wrong for Southeast of Saline is indeed going wrong.
Yeah, it really is. And here's where you've got to, you're a young team, right? I don't know why that, already number 5.
Yep.
Already number 5 on Southeast Saline, and 0 fouls on Smoky Valley. And that's I'm not saying that to say the officiating's been one way or another. You see the first free throw go in. That's just kind of how the game's been played in this second half. You're seeing you got to settle down, and this is what happens when you have 2 young perimeter players for Southeast Saline. Like, you're going to grow up pretty quick one way or the other.
First free throw good. Second one misses. Annabelle Viales picks it up for Southeast. She'll hand it off now to Heinrich. Reese works her way off to the left-hand side. Little body bump there by Haxton. Heinrich works through it, now plays it to Pearson. 2:53 left to go here in the third. Pearson back and forth. Now stuck on the right-hand side. Here comes Sutton Douglas to help her out. Douglas will curl to the basket. Again, a little head and shoulder fake, but Blanchett, I think, still got a deflection on it, and Smoky Valley pulls it away.
And if you're Southeast, I know you've had success with Douglas down low. At some point, you've got to expose let's call it a weakness. It's not Smoky Valley's. Smoky Valley's strength is their defense, their interior defense. You've got to score from the perimeter. You got to figure out a way to stretch that defense out a little bit. You see Drouillard wanting to slow the game down, spreading the offense out for Smoky Valley.
2:17 left to go here in the third. Blanchett rises up. Might have been deflected there by Viales. And Southeast of Saline will pull it away. Heinrich, though, has the ball deflected. Ball on the floor. Pearson will pick it up. Now save it to Douglas. Douglas right down the lane. Plays it out to Durant.
And you see Abba right there. Abba just pulling the ball out. I think it's a great job just slowing everything down if you're Southeast of Saline.
Douglas pulling up again, and it looked like Blanchett there again. Viales saves it, though, for Southeast. Out to Pearson for a 3, and Abba and her teammates needed that one. Back to a 6-point game. Abba Pearson on that offensive rebound, and the kick out from Viales gets the 3-pointer to go.
Yeah, that was huge. It was another massive block from Blanchett. Just continues to be every single place the ball is defensively. Just doing a great job. She's done on the perimeter. She's blocking shots down low. She is everywhere.
Into Boffman, back out to Haxton for a long 3. And she gets it to go. 3 threes now for Kinsley Haxton. And Smoky Valley nearly stole the basketball, but Boffman stepped out of bounds on the sideline. They'll stay here with Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, that shot right there, and you can see Kinsley Haxton, she's looking at Coach Drouillard. She wants out, but Drouillard's like, no way, you're too hot.
As a coach, you just pretend like you didn't see him.
Yes, exactly.
Heinrich has it pinned against the timeline. Now she gets out of there. She'll try a three-pointer of her own. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound in question. Pearson inside a double team is going to be fouled. Abba Pearson down low gets the foul. If this is Boffman, it is number 4, and it is going to be against Blanchett.
I think Cameron Ryan. But right there, you want to see Abba just go right back up with the ball. That power dribble right there. I know she collected herself. There's going to be contact anywhere. She hits the first free throw. Huge free throw from Abba. But you want to see her just go right back up with it, because I think then you get Boffman potentially with her 4th.
First free throw good by Pearson. Second one on the way. Off the heel, no good. 8-point advantage. Last minute of the third quarter, 40-32 the score. Smoky Valley leading with the basketball. Boffman has it. She's going to try a 3.
Why not?
She got it.
I'll tell you right now, I mean, you just, the confidence is growing in Smoky Valley. I mean, they're hitting outside shots, inside shots, basically whatever they want. That helps. Pearson banks in a 3.
Pearson got it to go. Abba with 7 points here in this quarter.
And what a huge possession this is right here. 30 seconds left in the third quarter, down 8. You really, really need this if you're Southeast Saline.
And you haven't seen Smoky Valley in the close of the quarter so far with the wherewithal to work the clock. They've taken early shots in the quarter. They get it into Boffman. She's in a double team. Little bump. She throws it up. Again, an early shot. Gives Southeast of Saline a chance. Sutton Douglas with the rebound. Off to Heinrich. The ball was tipped. Reese is going to fish it out. And she gets caught with a double dribble. Just sped up there in the middle of the floor. And she turns the basketball back over to Smoky Valley with 5.9 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and you're starting to see the freshman come out in Heinrich. Like right now, she's got 5 seconds. She's got 6 seconds left, 5.9 seconds left in this quarter to settle herself down and get back out there. You've got to have Reese Heinrich out there. Tough environment, right? I mean, defense is all over. You just got to continue to grow as the game goes.
Blanchett will be the inbounder here with 5.9 seconds. They throw into the backcourt. That ball is loose, and now Haxton will throw it up early in the clock, and that will be the end of the third. So Southeast of Saline sticks defensively, but not a good quarter for the Lady Trojans, as they now will trail by 8 points as we go to the fourth and final quarter. We'll be back with more Lady Trojan basketball from the Equity Bank broadcast booth here on KINA.
Services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall and downtown McPherson. Based on contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
43-35 our score. Southeast of Saline trailing Smoky Valley by 8. And right now, just a kind of a class in turnovers that Southeast of Saline needs to overcome here, Tyler. They committed in that quarter alone 8 different turnovers.
Yeah, it's the turnovers in the second quarter and the third quarter that have really doomed Southeast Saline and really brought Smoky Valley not only into this game, but propelled Smoky Valley into this lead. It's just the defensive pressure that Smoky Valley has continued to turn up. It's been Blanchett. It's been everybody. I mean, they're just making everything extremely difficult for Southeast of Saline.
Southeast will start out here with the basketball. Reagan Duran on the right-hand side. Skip pass over the top. Pearson will try another 3. That one misses badly. Rohr, though, with the rebound.
Ooh.
And they're going to call a dual possession as she went to try to put that ball back up. And that arrow, of course, will lie with Smoky Valley as Southeast got the ball to start the quarter.
Yeah, I love Rohr going right back up with the basketball right there. Really unfortunate call for Southeast.
Southeast with full court pressure now, pinning Smoky Valley in the backcourt. Smoky Valley, though, will get it across with Blanchett. Kaya Samuelson there to check her.
And you got to stay in a man-to-man defense right now if you're Southeast Saline. You really got to apply the pressure, try to create some turnovers, try to create some transition buckets, some easy buckets without getting in sets. Right there you see a turnover, dead ball turnover, not as ideal, but a turnover nonetheless.
So Southeast of Saline will get it back here. Trailing by 8. It's a non-league matchup.
Oh.
Here's Reagan Duran wide open down low. She got enough really to just kind of gather herself as she caught that pass underneath the basket, and then she was fouled as Kinsley Haxton comes over the top and fouls her. That'll be the 4th foul on Kinsley Haxton.
And Devin, I don't know if Haxton had to do that, right? Like, I thought Haxton was in a good spot, and then she just comes down at the arm, makes an easy call. You see the first free throw go from Duran. But I thought Haxton, if she goes straight up, she's making it a really difficult opportunity for Duran. But nonetheless, Haxton comes down with the arm. She commits her 4th foul.
2 free throws that barely touched the net for Reagan Duran. Duran now has 5. She had a 3-pointer, remember, back in the first quarter. It's a 6-point, 2-possession game. 7:10 left to go. Southeast of Saline still in forecourt pressure. Blanchett throws it into Boffman. Boffman trying to get it back to Blanchett. She does, and then across the timeline they come. Blanchett has been the primary ball handler on a lot of these plays for Smoky Valley. Right now she's drawing the attention of Abba Pearson. As long as they stay in the territory they are now, I think Pearson has the advantage. Blanchett should be closely guarded here for 5 seconds. Where's the 5 seconds? Closely guarded. The ref is still not counting.
Holy moly.
And now a moving screen comes in, and he's going to have to put this one on Boffman. So the Southeast fans aren't happy. The Smoky Valley fans aren't happy. Elsie Boffman picks up her 4th foul. 2 Vikings now with 4 fouls.
And you see Shauna Smith immediately go to the official. Like, I don't understand where there was ever separation caused right there, but nonetheless, that's a bonus for Southeast.
Douglas down low, has it blocked, and Smoky Valley takes it away, and now a quick foul called on Abba Pearson. That will be her 3rd. Abba's the only one in Southeast of Saline foul trouble with 3, 4, or 5. There are 2 Smoky Valley players with 4. And now a timeout will be called by Jason Drilliard. It's a 30-second timeout, and we will step aside. 6:37 left to play. 6 points, Smoky Valley lead. Lady Trojan Basketball right here on KINA.
House cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maid strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Southeast of Saline in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, live stream video if you want to see the conclusion of this one. And our next game is on SalinaPost.com. That is presented tonight by Salina Surgical Hospital. Smoky Valley set to inbound it here. Full court pressure once again by Southeast of Saline. 6:37 left to play. Smoky Valley gets it in. Now working, cross-court pass to get it back into the hands of Blanchett. She's dealing with a little bit of a trap now. Samuelson there, Rohr there. Now she gets rid of it to Boffman in the keyhole. Elsie Boffman lost the basketball. Now she'll chase it down into the corner. Back to Blanchett. Is it too early for Smoky Valley to start a stall here with a 6-point lead? It appears that might be what they're trying to get at.
When you have scores like Boffman and Blanchett that can score from inside and outside, oh my mercy, what a finish from Boffman right there. Just kind of rocked the baby to bed. Nice finish with the left hand.
A scoop shot from her waist level. An 8-point lead now for Smoky Valley. Reagan Duran, 3-pointer. Got it to go. Reagan Duran may be exactly what this game needs, as she has scored all 5 fourth-quarter points. She has 8 for Southeast of Saline. It's a 5-point contest. Southeast of Saline got themselves in trouble early on in the third. They've been fighting back ever since. Here's a shot put up. That is no good off the backboard. Deflected again on the putback. It is going to be a fight between Rohr and also Eiley Dubar.
And Southeast right there, extremely fortunate on the alternate possession to get the basketball. You saw right there, nobody stopped the basketball. An easy offensive rebound for Smoky Valley. Luckily for Southeast Saline, able to tie the basketball up and get the ball back.
High screen, Samuelson came off the screen. Her shot, though, hit the rim kind of weird. It fell down, back out to Pearson. Pearson to Samuelson for a three. Boy, Kaya's just been off from the outside tonight. Had trouble hitting those shots, and now Smoky Valley somehow got away with a traveling violation as Blanchett ran right into her teammate, turned around and carried the basketball on a 180. Here's a run and jump now. Reagan Duran tries to get at Blanchett, and they're going to call a foul on Reagan Duran. That is her second. Team foul number 2 for Southeast of Saline. Each team has 2 fouls. Duran will come out. Heinrich back in. Also, Sutton Douglas will take a break, and Annabelle Viales will check in.
And Devin, obviously, if you look at Blanchett's numbers, you're going to be extremely impressed. But it's been her ability to handle the basketball and just settle the game down right there. Just a fantastic catch. Fouled by Samuelson. Great finish. It's been her ability just to control the game, which has been super impressive. Something we haven't seen in years past because she hadn't had to do that. She's had so much talent around her. But mercy, tonight she's been special.
Third foul on Kaya Samuelson. The basket went in. Blanchett will also add the free throw. She missed her first free throw of the night. Since then, she has not missed. 5 in a row. Back to an 8-point Smoky Valley lead. 48-40. Roar to the baseline. Now back out to Viales. Annabelle wants to drive, steps through the defense, off the window and good. Annabelle Viales with our first basket of the night. And that was a drive with some authority.
Yeah, it was, and that's something I think with confidence, Viales can do more and more often, just has to have more time to do that and more confidence.
Full timeout, Smoky Valley, we will step aside. 4:28 left to go in this one. It's a Smoky Valley 6-point lead with Lady Trojan Basketball here on KINA.
You to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Gwinnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Gwinnell.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
4:28 left to go. It's a 6-point Smoky Valley lead. Vikings also have the basketball. Blanchett set to inbounds. Full court pressure here for Southeast of Saline. Little give and go. They get it back to Blanchett. Now back into the hands of Haxton, who was on the bench for some time with those 4 fouls. And now a foul on the floor will be called against Kaya Samuelson. That will be her 4th.
And Devin, we still see that Southeast is 2 fouls away. So you got to play this game multiple ways, right? Like continue to foul them. Number 4 on Samuelson, number 3 on the team. At some point, you want to start playing this game. I mean, number 4. So the next foul will send Smoky Valley to the line. You got to continue to stay aggressive defensively because it looks like Smoky Valley is wanting to slow this game down quite a bit as you see Haxton just pull the ball out.
Yeah, they want to hold the ball and get out of here. Now a closely guarded call as Reese Heinrich wasn't hounding her defensively, but she was close enough in that dance that she 2-stepped her way into a 5-second call.
Oof. It's all about that dance, isn't it? It's all about keeping those feet in the right spot. You'll take that call. We've seen a couple that we thought should have been a 5-second call that haven't gone Southeast way. That's a beneficial call for Southeast.
Douglas down low, backdoor cut to Reagan Duran. She is hacked in the head as Reagan now will go to the free throw line. That was a beautiful little back and forth between Douglas and Duran as Douglas was able to pull Blanchett out away from the rim, and then Duran went to that empty spot. And now Reagan Duran will go to the free throw line. Cameron Ryan, the foul for Smoky Valley. That is her 3rd. Reagan's first free throw is up and good. 6 points so far here in the quarter for Reagan Duran. She has 9 for the game. Still a lot of basketball left here. 3:57 left to go. Reagan's next free throw. She has shot 4 free throws here in this quarter. She has barely hit the net on any of them. They've been that pure. Blanchett now with a baseball pass deflected by Heinrich.
I'll tell you what.
Out of bounds.
Devin, that's not an easy throw for anybody. You talk about the girls' game right there. That's an 80-foot throw that Blanchett just tried to make. Great job. It looked like Reese kind of turned into a defensive back, knocked that ball away. But what a great just confidence from Blanchett to make that throw.
Haxton set to inbounds here for Smoky Valley. Down low to Boffman. She puts a shot up. She's already had her prayer answered today. That one won't go. 48-44. Remember, she hit that scoop shot from her waist earlier in the quarter. Here's Duran inside. Douglas for 2. A baker's dozen for Sutton Douglas. She continues to build on her career high in scoring.
Yeah, and that's a finish from the right side from Sutton. Just a great job. As you see, Vialis right there, who got the defensive rebound on the other side right there, just got caught reaching in, going to send Smoky Valley to the free throw line. But what a great finish from Douglas. And right there, again, you said it earlier, if you bring Blanchett out and she's guarding some in the perimeter, we saw it on Heinrich right there, you've got to attack the inside just like Southeast did. Great finish from Sutton Douglas.
Cameron Ryan will step to the free throw line as Southeast of Salina has exceeded their limit. She has 5 points, has not shot a free throw yet this evening, and that one rattles off. 48-46, 3:32 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
And just the first foul in Vialis. I mean, you want to talk about foul problems, that's not a bad foul. If all of a sudden this free throw goes out, it's a turnover.
Ryan's second free throw rattles off. Vialis with the rebound. Now into the hands of Heinrich. Heinrich slings it to the right. Duran has it. Now back to Heinrich. Heinrich attacks the rim, and that ball swatted off the head of Heinrich, or I'm not sure what happened there. It's awarded to Smoky Valley. It either went off the body of Heinrich out of bounds, or Sutton Douglas was on the baseline and she tried to save it.
Yeah, another great defensive play from Blanchett. I just don't know how the basketball ended up going off of White. The officials are going to make that call. But again, Blanchett just creating so many issues down low.
Just a pass into Boffman. She's going to go right back to Haxton. 3:19 left to go. Can Smoky Valley still afford to play this stall game, melting the clock? Now they only lead by 2. They started that with a 6-point lead. Paxton hits the deck. Now she plays it off to Whitaker. Out to the corner, and a three-pointer by Sophie Iyer. Iyer averages 2 points a game. That's her first basket of this game.
And that's got to be a shot that Coach Ruillard wasn't happy with until it went through. I mean, the confidence that shot that Iyer took right there, big-time bucket for the Vikings.
Pearson into the paint. Douglas, she dumps it in down low. Vialis, her shot goes over the rim, rebounded by Blanchett. She's leading a break, now pitches it up to Whitaker, who's going to go off the backboard. Blanchett there, though, to have it, and then a foul called on Pearson. Ava Pearson has just collected her 4th foul. That was a disaster for Smoky Valley on the break, but the hustle of Blanchett made it a good play. Now she has a chance to go back to the free throw line where she hasn't missed lately.
Straight up hustle play. I mean, just Blanchett just beat everybody else down the court. That basketball should not have been hers, but she just continued to outrun everybody as she misses the first. After, like you said, super successful from the line. You know, she hasn't missed. She just continues to hit buckets after missing her first.
5 of 7 from the line. She will have another free throw, but we'll have to wait until after the full timeout by Southeast of Saline. 2:39 left to go. 51-46. Smoky Valley shoots another free throw when we come back here on KINA.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
2:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Blanchett at the free throw line. trying to get the second of her 2 shots. She missed the first. Free throw is up, and it is rolling off. Southeast of Salina has the basketball back. 5-point game. Heinrich set to bring it across the line. Little run and jump zone here maybe by Smoky Valley. Sutton Douglas, though, back to Heinrich. Southeast has kept that ball moving. Pearson is open. Left-hand side 3. Too strong, no good. Heinrich comes in for the rebound. Taps it to Samuelson, who lost the ball out of bounds, but it's off Boffman, who knocked it out.
And it feels like Southeast kind of in that panic mode right now. It feels like they're in panic mode this entire half. It's just the defense at Smoky Valley's, the pressure they're applying. And we're seeing it different ways. We're seeing man. We're seeing this jump and run zone. I mean, there's so many different defenses they're throwing at you right now. You just got to calm things down if you're Southeast.
Pearson skip pass to Samuelson. Kaya wants to drive, hangs on the baseline and gets a jumper to go down. What a pretty move by Kaya Samuelson. It's a 3-point Smoky Valley lead. 51-48, 2:02 left to go.
Well, and what a confident finish from the freshman right there. Baseline, that's not an easy shot. That's 10 feet away, just buries it. That's a great finish from the freshman, Kaya Samuelson.
She set him up with the jab step and then went opposite way to the baseline. Blanchett out top, closely guarded by Heinrich, nearly to 5. Heinrich nearly got the ball away, and it goes out of bounds. Reese nearly had that ball stolen away. I think she was up against a 5 count anyway defensively, but nonetheless a reset here for Smoky Valley.
Yeah, what a beneficial call for Smoky Valley right there. It looked like Reese was a count away from getting that 5 count, just bats the ball away. You can't fault Heinrich at all.
Smoky Valley with it. Boffman holds it between the circles. One dribble. Now a handoff to Haxton. Heinrich poked that one in the backcourt. Now Haxton wants to drive. Spins off the defender. Gets into the lane. Throws one up. Sutton Douglas clears the air ball. Here comes Southeast of Saline. Trailing by 3. 90 seconds left to go, and Samuelson throws it away.
Yeah, and right there you're seeing the freshman in Kaya right there. I'm trying to make a big play when you just need to make it a small play right there. Just let it go.
90 seconds, and you have possession. Can't ask for much more than that. That was the first turnover of the fourth quarter for Southeast. That's allowed them to get back into this game, the lack of turnovers. Smoky Valley has it now. Again, playing keep away as we go inside 1 minute left to play. It's a 1-possession game, but it's a full possession. 3-point lead for Smoky Valley. Blanchett now speeds past the defense. She'll put it out in the corner again. Now get it right back.
Addison's got to foul. At some point, you need somebody to foul. You need somebody to make a play on the ball. You need somebody, not Samuelson. You don't want to foul Samuelson out. It's Samuelson that commits her 5th, but somebody had to. Too much time was running off the clock right there.
Yeah, Addison Rohr was right there. She's actually going to get the foul, which is good because Addison only has 1 foul. That is her first.
It's like just too much time ran off the clock right there. You just got to commit that foul earlier. You got to have that urgency, the understanding the game, the clock, what's going on, what you're doing. Got to commit that foul earlier.
Blanchett missed her first free throw of the night, made 5 in a row, but now she's missed her last 2. See what she does here on this trip. First free throw is on its way, and it's good. I apologize. The foul on Addison Rohr, the scoreboard has her for 2, not 1. 4-point lead. Blanchett trying to make it 5 with her second free throw that's on the way, and it crawls off no good. Southeast of Saline still has some time here. 40 seconds left to go. They'd have a couple timeouts remaining. Heinrich with it. Nobody available, though. Reese is trying to get it to somebody. Now she finds Kaya Samuelson. Clock down to 30. Samuelson being hand-checked off the elbow, and that'll be a foul on the floor that'll allow Southeast of Saline to run an inbounds play here. Now both teams are at their limit on fouls. That foul on Sophie Iyer is her first.
Yeah, that's something right there. You could afford to be aggressive right there for Smoky Valley because you know that the next foul is they're going to give it to the sideline. It looked like it might have been in that baseline, area, but they're going to give it to him on the sideline.
Samuelson with it. Again, it's a 2-possession game. Southeast doesn't have a lot of time to waste here. Pearson for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Heinrich with the rebound, trying to go back at it. She is fouled and will visit the free throw line. The shortest player in the gym right now playing basketball got the rebound and kept Southeast alive. Now she will visit the free throw line.
Just a great job from Heinrich, just getting good position, going up strong with the basketball. Fortunate call, but it's a fortunate call because she knows how to use her body. She created that space, rewarded 2 free throws.
Kinsley Haxton with the foul. That is her 5th. She is out. She is one of the main ball handlers, the main ball handler other than Blanchett on this team. Remember that. First free throw good by Reese Heinrich. Second one from the freshman, also money. And a timeout will be called Nope, dead ball substitution. My apologies. Still 2 timeouts remaining here for Shauna Smith, 1 for Jason Drouillard and Smoky Valley. It's a 2-point game. Here's a long pass. Samuelson takes it away. Kaya Samuelson has it now deflected out of bounds, and it goes out the other way. And Shauna Smith comes to the official and says she wants a timeout. Southeast of Saline with a full timeout. We'll step aside and take it as well. Here's a 30-second break on KINA.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
16 seconds on the clock, 52-50. Smoky Valley leading this game. This game has been back and forth from the very, very jump. Smoky Valley started out on a 5-0 run, then Southeast of Saline came back on a 7-0 run and took a 2-point lead. Southeast of Saline's lead would grow to 5 at the end of the first quarter. Then they would lead by 7. But beginning of the third quarter, this game would swing. Southeast 5-point lead would go to a 5-point deficit as Smoky Valley went on a 10-0 run, and Southeast has trailed ever since. This is the closest they have been since early third quarter. They have the basketball, 16 seconds left to go. Inbound to Reese Heinrich. They need at least 2 to keep this game alive. Samuelson now has it. She's going to curl off a screen, pull up in the lane. Jumper good! 7 seconds left. Smoky Valley still has a chance in the backcourt. Near steal by Heinrich. Smoky Valley might have traveled, and now they're going to get a timeout. 2.8 left to play. Smoky Valley fell down with the basketball in the backcourt, but a timeout granted to Jason Drouillard, who was on key there with the official. 2.8 left, though. Okay, the basket by Samuelson is one thing. That is clearly awesome. The transition, though, from we just tied the game to now we have to play defense was instantaneous, and that's why Southeast of Saline got to stop momentarily there.
Yes, and that's huge. So here's what you've got to be wary of if you're Coach Shauna Smith and Southeast Saline Trojans. We've seen how dynamic Blanchett can be inbounding the basketball. It's great arm. We've already seen her throw it 80 feet. You've got to guard all 92 feet of this basketball court. It might be 93. I'm not sure the dimensions everywhere. But you've got to guard the entire floor. You cannot give up anything. You also can't commit a foul. You've got to make sure you're straight up. Best case scenario, you got to make sure that basketball is caught by Smoky Valley going towards the southeast basket, not the Smoky Valley basket. The rule of thumb is you get about as many dribbles as you have seconds. If you're Smoky Valley, you want to get that ball going, you have 2 dribbles and a shot. You're going to have defenders around you. You got to make sure there's no contact. Boy, howdy, for Thursday night basketball, you couldn't dial it up any better.
One subject of the huddle right there. If you're Southeast, you do not want to foul. You cannot foul. You're at the limit right now, and that would put Smoky Valley on the line with a chance to win the game. You cannot do that. You have to play good straight-up defense here, and don't let that baseball pass come in. Smoky Valley nearly threw it away. And now the clock is going to run down. They're going to take a shot at half court, but that's not close. And we are going to bonus basketball on a Thursday. Southeast of Saline has fought back for their right to play an overtime period, and we will do that. 52-52 is our score. You can watch the conclusion of this one on SalinaPost.com. It is brought to you as we take a break by Salina Surgical Hospital.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
4 minutes on the clock for overtime, 52-52, and we will enter this extended fourth quarter. It's brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Dr. Westbrook is always up for some bonus basketball. If you've done a little bonus and you're feeling it, he has a walk-in clinic 2 days a week. Go see Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Tyler, when you look at the extension of this quarter, you always have to look at foul trouble. Right now, only one player has fouled out. That's Kinsley Haxton, one of the primary ball handlers for the Smoky Valley team and one of the leading scorers. She fouled out, and she is not available for this overtime period. She had 12 points.
And if you're a Trojans fan and you have wishful thinking, Thaxton only has one. Everything that she has done down low, Blanchett, my fault. Blanchett only has one foul. Kat Blanchett has created havoc by only committing one foul. So that's somebody who's not going to foul out. You see right there, ball's turned up. That's a great team defensive play. Pearson takes away the baseline. You see Duran coming from the other side, getting her hands on the basketball. Ball's going to Southeast Lane. Every possession is obviously valuable at all times of the game, especially in overtime period.
How good has Reagan Duran been hitting her in this fourth quarter?
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's not only her offensive stuff. Like we saw right there, just defensively, she kind of came in, kind of settled the ship when Heinrich had some issues. She's done a great job just running the show a little bit.
Heinrich with it, top of the circle. She'll come right-hand side to Samuelson. Ball fake. Kaya gets by a defender, has her shot blocked, and a foul will be called on Blanchett. As you mentioned, she had one. Now she has two, and it'll send Kaya Samuelson to the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up for the freshman, and a chance to put Southeast of Saline in front since very, very early, the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
One again, we talk about Blanchett as the first free throw goes. Blanchett's so good down there, and I think she could have got away just staying straight up. And I get it, you're fatigued. She hasn't come out of the game yet. Like, she's done so many things, but called for a second foul, and that's a huge one.
Kaya, 2 of 2 from the line. She has put Southeast of Saline up 54-52. So Smoky Valley now. They got to get back aggressive offensively, right? They have lost all their aggressiveness when they started stalling and running the clock, leading by 6.
That's something you always have to worry about when you're playing, an overtime period. When you're a team that had the lead, like you're playing with one speed, now you got to speed things up. It'll be difficult to see how Coach Juilliard and his Vikings do this.
Reagan Duran going for a loose ball, dives on the floor. Smoky Valley player also has the ball with it and turned over with the ball. You're not going to get punished anymore in high school basketball for diving for a ball. She took the ball and turned over away from Reagan Duran. Again, Reagan Duran in the middle of that mix.
Yeah, Duran just hands everywhere, and all of a sudden that basketball is loose a little bit. She created that turnover. That's just a great job from the sophomore Reagan Duran.
2:43 left to go here in the overtime period. Brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook. 54-52. Southeast of Saline leading it by 2. Here's Duran getting inside. Now she pitches it out to Samuelson. Samuelson comes back to the defense. Bounce pass across the lane. Douglas fadeaway off the left-hand side of the board. Won't go. A little too strong, and Smoky Valley has it back.
Yeah, we see Douglas have much more success going to the bucket right there. She's not a great back to the basket type of play right there. Just a tough shot from Sutton Douglas.
Here's another trap by Southeast. They have Smoky Valley all bottled up, and there's Reagan Duran getting the third turnover in a row for Southeast. Southeast is down the floor. Sutton Douglas was open, but they just couldn't get her the ball in time, and now a foul is going to be called here on Sutton Douglas. That is her third, and we will go to the other end for free throws. Boy, that was a golden opportunity, squandered away there. And they call it on 21. It's not on Southeast if it's on 21 because 21 is Addison Rohr, and she's on the bench.
That's an extremely unfortunate call.
They called on Elsie Boffman.
Mercy. I don't agree with that call. We rarely side against Southeast. That's a really tough call if you're the Smoky Valley Vikings right now.
There's a scrum for the basketball, and I thought maybe 2 players going after it. It would have been the second one that came in to get the foul, but that's not the case. And, geez, guess who's at the free throw line? It's Reagan Duran.
And Duran, again, was on the floor for that. She's been the spark plug the fourth quarter. She hits the second and this overtime period.
She is perfect from the line, 6 of 6 in this game. She also has a couple of 3-pointers, and she has created the last 4 turnovers for Smoky Valley, if you can believe that. Smoky Valley now tightening up a little bit here. They now trail by 4. They were in control of this game. Blanchett down low. Douglas guarding. Fade away by Blanchett.
Wow.
Rolls home. What a shot.
just great defense from Douglas. There was good help side defense as well. Blanchett just with the touch. What a shot from Blanchett.
56-54. Here's a long shot. Reagan Duran! You got to be kidding me. 59-54.
And Devin, you talk about shots you don't want. That's it unless it goes in. Duran is feeling it right now.
Smoky Valley, a step around on a 3. Now a pull-up from 2. They answer. Eiley DeBar, that is the first bench points for Smoky Valley tonight. 59-56. What an overtime this is. These two teams slugging it out. Heinrich has it on the left-hand side. 1 minute left to go. Heinrich now finds Samuelson. The two classmates pull it to Reagan Duran. Now to Pearson. Abbott has to fight off a Smoky Valley player there.
And
she does so.
And right there, just great leadership from Pearson. That's the veteran. That's the junior right there, taking the ball back up to the top, just slowing things down. You don't need to score right here. You want to create issues where Smoky Valley has to come out and foul.
They get it to Heinrich, and Heinrich's going to be checked here by Blanchett. That'll be her third, as she was out high trying to get those long arms into the passing lanes, and it will send Southeast of Saline to the free throw line. Reese Heinrich will toe the line. Couple of free throws coming up. 35.3 seconds left. If we do have a dual possession situation, the arrow right now currently in favor of Smoky Valley. Both teams have hit their limit on fouls. First free throw trickles off for Reese Heinrich. Douglas and Pearson now will take their residency on each side of the lane. Back deep will be Duran and Samuelson. Addison Rohr will stop the clock if this free throw goes home for Heinrich, and it does. Key free throw there for Reese, because now you get to stop the clock and set your defense. Rohr will come in to the game. She will replace Sutton Douglas, who has 3 fouls. And a full timeout taken by Smoky Valley. We'll step aside. Timeout continues. 35 seconds left to go. Southeast leads it by 4 here on KINA.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8
prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a diehard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. Copy Code, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here to the overtime, 35.3 seconds left, brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Smoky Valley trailing. They're going to roll the ball in bounds. Yes. Here comes Kaya Samuelson. And now Smoky Valley has it back to Kat Blanchett. 60-56, Southeast of Saline has come back from the grave a couple of times in this game. Smoky Valley with a 3, and they nail it. The Lady Vikings not going softly here in this game as they get a three-pointer from Sophie Iger. She averages 2 points a game, and she has hit 2 of those here in the fourth quarter and overtime.
And Devin, Iyer hits that shot from the baseline, and she has the hugest smile as she's trotting back. Like, Iyer just hit that shot with so much confidence. What a fantastic shot from Iyer, just the confidence to step into that.
What a game. 1 point lead now for Southeast. Reese Heinrich at the free throw line. She misses the first. 60-59. As we said, the arrow in favor of Smoky Valley. Both teams at the limit on fouls. Heinrich's second free throw. Off the front of the rim, no good. Smoky Valley has it, trailing by 1. Basketball in the hands of Kat Blanchett. She's picked up by Samuelson. Kaya strips her pocket. Kaya Samuelson just took the ball away. The freshman, a cold move in the middle of the night. She just took the wallet out of the pocket of Kat Blanchett, and she will go to the free throw line. As Blanchett tried to snap the crossover, and the freshman said, nah.
And Devin, as we're looking at that, that's foul number 4 on Blanchett. Like, let's hope both these free throws go in. But if you're looking at maybe another overtime, number 4 on Blanchett is huge. big-time shot from Samuelson right there.
Samuelson pure through the net. A chance now to make this a 3-point game. 10.3 seconds remaining. Free throw hits the front of the rim. Still a 2-point game. Blanchett has it again. She's going to throw it away. Reese Heinrich takes it away. 2 turnovers for Blanchett, both of them stolen by freshmen. Here comes Pearson now with the ball in her hands, and the ball game is over. 61-59 in overtime. Southeast of Saline wins it, and they keep the streak going. Southeast of Saline now has won 4 of their last 5. They go to 4-2 on the season, and boy, what a game coming back from really, as I said, the grave a couple of different times in this one.
No, they really did. And you want to talk about, it was the youth. You want to look at this game in 2 different halves. It was the elder statesmen. It was Douglas and it was Pearson the first half that led Southeast Saline. But all of a sudden, Pearson comes through big in the third quarter. But then you talk about the fourth quarter and you talk about the overtime period. It was a sophomore and Reagan Duran. It was the 2 freshmen. Here's what I love seeing about Reese Heinrich. Misses big free throws right there. She comes with the huge steal after missing 2 free throws. Didn't hang her head, finds the steal, keeps her nose in the ball. Oh, my mercy. On a Thursday night, and guess what? We can do this again tomorrow. Like, what a finish from Southeast of Saline.
And in a game, Tyler, too, where a lot of times we're questioning, the development, not questioning the development, but just seeing freshmen on the floor, where sometimes you kind of grit your teeth. We know it's going to be like this almost every game this year. They were there at the end. They just going through the game, going through the processes, going through the growing pains. They were there at the end. We're Heinrich and Samuelson.
Yeah, you're going to commit silly turnovers. You're going to do things that maybe you're not going to see. But these 2 freshmen, these guard mates, these backcourt mates, they've only got 6 games under their belt. I mean, they're just continuing to learn. I think we're so used to seeing, these groups that have so many games on the belt. We've been so blessed to have guard play that's just been so steady and had 50, 60 starts under their belt. They're learning. And, it's going to take games like this. It's going to take some silly turnovers, but it's the toughness at the end of the game. What a finish. And, gosh darn it, if you want to go into a huge league matchup tomorrow, you're going on a high.
Let me give you a stat, and this is twofold, okay? And I think this tells the story of the game. In the fourth quarter and overtime, Southeast of Saline had 1 turnover. In the fourth quarter and overtime combined, 1 turnover. Meanwhile, Smoky Valley, in overtime alone, 6 turnovers.
Yeah, and it kind of felt like Smoky Valley, like you said, they didn't know whether to go fast, to go slow. Once they slowed that thing down, they didn't know kind of how to play it, and it really played, detriment to their downfall right there. I mean, I'll tell you what we saw Kat Blanchett do tonight, though, I don't know if I've seen somebody dominate the court the entire length of the floor. What she was able to do defensively, offensively, inside, outside. What a performance by Blanchett. But at the end of the day, she just couldn't do enough. And it was a team effort from Southeast. We saw scoring from so many different players. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 7 different scores. I might be off, might be 6. Not 7. Great at math, but just an overall performance from Southeast Saline, a great team performance.
We will check the final numbers for you. We will also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up when we come back on the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report. Southeast of Saline wins it in overtime here on KINA.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor's running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
Farmers, now is the time to start planning for spring. Phillips Seed is ready to help you choose the best seed genetics for your operation. From top-performing corn hybrids to high-yield soybean varieties and advanced seed treatments, we'll get your crops off to a strong start. Find us online at phillipsseed.com, on Facebook, or on X. Call us today at 785-949-2204. That's 785-949-2904. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North Ninth, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
What a game in overtime. Southeast of Saline able to win it 61-59. Shauna Smith's group now goes to 4-2 on the season. They have won 4 of their last 5, and they were led in scoring tonight by a sophomore, Reagan Duran. A new career high for Reagan, 15 points for her, 12 of those points in the fourth quarter and overtime. She was perfect from the free throw line. She was 6 of 6. You pair that with 3 3-pointers. She also created 4 turnovers. In the overtime period alone, I think you can see where I'm going with this. Reagan Duran is our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game.
No, Devin, without a doubt. I mean, it's what she did. I mean, you can argue like what she did. I don't know what's more valuable, what she did defensively, what she did offensively. At the end of the day, you start doing free throw numbers, you start looking at the guard play. Who do you foul? Reese Heinrich didn't have her best night from the free throw line, but I will still take Reese Heinrich at the free throw line. Those 3 guards, it's Heinrich, it's Duran, and it's Samuelson, just did a great job the entire night. Like, once they settled in, right, we saw some growing pains, like, we saw them actually happen, like right before our eyes. Yeah. And then we saw some new confidence, maybe hopefully grown from Reese Heinrich. We saw Samuelson make some mistakes, but it was Duran. It was that sophomore, just a little bit more experience that we saw just kind of rise to the occasion. And what a game from Duran. I mean, that's going to be the thing that Coach Shauna Smith, she'll highlight. It'll be the defensive play that Duran that led to so many opportunities for Southeast in that fourth quarter in the overtime period.
You know, fourth quarter and overtime, Southeast of Saline as a team, 12 of 16 from the free throw line. You can't complain about that at all. As we said, Reagan Duran led the scoring for Southeast, a new career high for her with 15. Also with a new career high tonight was Sutton Douglas. Sutton had 15 tonight, so a new career high for her with a baker's dozen. Right alongside in double digits, Abba Pearson had 12 tonight. 9 points for Kaya Samuelson, 6 points for Reese Heinrich, 4 points for Addison Rohr, and 2 points for Annabelle Viales. For Smoky Valley, 26 points for Kat Blanchett. As you said, Tyler, she controlled pretty much everything about this game on the Smoky Valley side of things. 12 points for Kinsley Haxton, 8 points for Elsie Boffman, 6 for Sophie Iyer, 5 for Cameron Ryan, and 2 for Eiley DeBar. For Southeast of Saline, 17 of 26 from the free throw line in this game. For Smoky Valley, they were 8 out of 15. turnover story. Smoky Valley 23 turnovers, southeast of Saline with 16. As the Lady Trojans now have won 4 of their last 5. They go to 4-2 on the season, and they don't have much time to celebrate this as they will be back here in less than 24 hours to go back into league play for an early advantage in the NCAA on the girls' side against the Minneapolis Lions. Both teams are still lost in league play. That will be a good one tomorrow night. Our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game, Reagan Duran, a new career high in scoring, 15 points, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 12 of those 15 were in the fourth quarter in overtime. She also created 4 Smoky Valley turnovers in that overtime period alone. Our final score, 61-59. We're about 6 minutes away from tip-off of the boys contest. We'll take a break. We'll turn the corner for that after this timeout. When we come back, more Trojan basketball, and it's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital.
Kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top-quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the and-soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
It's time for A Minute with Mitch as we take a moment to discuss football with a play-by-play voice of the Kansas City Chiefs. It's presented by Hy-Vee, the proud official grocery sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
This week, the Chiefs are using their hard-earned bye week to prepare for next week's divisional playoff round. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, running back Kareem Hunt, and wide receiver Hollywood Brown might be as excited for next week's game as any member of the Chiefs team. In Hopkins' brilliant 13-year Hall of Fame career, he's won exactly 2 playoff games. He's never won in the divisional round. Hunt has won 1 playoff game in an 8-year career. He's never won in the divisional round. Hollywood Brown, 1 playoff win in 6 seasons, and he's never won in the divisional round. For these 3, especially Hopkins and Hunt, they helped the Chiefs get here. Now it's time for the Chiefs to get all 3 of them there. Next week on This Minute with Mitch.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Make your next tailgate tail great. Go Chiefs! With help from Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs. This football season, find all of your tailgating needs at your local Hy-Vee. From chips and beer to the freshest meat and seafood in town. The culinary pros at Hy-Vee take all of the guesswork out with pre-made dips, snacks, and more. And don't forget to stop by the bakery for a wide assortment of sweet treats. Tailgating has never been easier with help from your local Hy-Vee.
KINA Salina, 910 AM, 107.5 FM.
When crop and weather conditions are just right, you need to bale as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, bum, bum.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and KIN. Trojan Basketball is on the air. On the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
Second game of our doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball. Boy, a lot to live up to after that first game tonight. Southeast of Saline's girls in overtime, 61-59 over Smoky Valley, and now it's the guys contest. Welcome back into the Purple Palace here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. Smoky Valley comes in 0-4 on the season. Southeast of Saline comes in 1-4 on the season after getting their first win on the road in Belleville on Friday night, 69-43 over the Republic County Buffaloes. Gannon Jacobson led the way with 20 points. Owen Bailey with 17 in the game. Also 9 points off the bench from Isaiah Kerr. Let's go over starting lineups for you for the Smoky Valley Vikings. They are under the direction of 14th-year head coach Doug Schneider. Schneider not here tonight, and just want to give him our best wishes as he is not able to coach his squad here tonight. Alan Meyer will be taking over the reins along with assistant Vincent Pickering for the Smoky Valley Vikings. Braylon Olson, 5.5 points per game, also 5 rebounds for Smoky Valley, will be in the starting lineup. He's a 6-foot junior. Another junior, and actually 4 more when you go down the starting 5, Brock Gangler. 2 points, 3 rebounds a game. Marik Anderson, a 6'2 junior, 2.5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Ty Heischmidt, a 6'5 junior, 16 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. And Atticus Pavlovich, a 6'4 junior, almost 5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game for the Smoky Valley Vikings. For Southeast of Saline's Trojans, under the direction of first-year head coach Francis Flax, assisted by Trent Douglas and Joe Ross, it is Gannon Jacobson in the starting lineup. Gannon leads the team in scoring, rebounding, assists, and steals. The 6'1 junior, 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists per game is his average. The other scorers, Owen Bailey, 17 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists for the 6'1 senior. Sam Knopf, a 6'1 senior, 5 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist per game. Adam Teal gets his second consecutive start. The 6'1 junior, 6 points, 3 rebounds a game. And Grady Gebhardt, the 5'8 junior, averages 1.2 rebounds, 2 assists per game. And a quick turnaround here. Now time for the boys contest. Tyler, your new image audio, keys to success tonight for Francis Flax and his Trojans to make it 2 in a row.
Devin, we talked about it like before, you know, as the season was progressing, that this team needed Christmas break more than any other team, right? Now, obviously the state football run, but then having a new head coach, just kind of getting to know each other, so much turnover from last year's team. And this starting lineup's been completely reshuffled, right? Like, we saw how much it changed. Republic County, sticking with that same starting lineup, like, you're going to play guys that are just going to provide energy and do things. Everybody's still getting to know each other, still trying to find those roles. You just want to continue to build on that as the season progresses.
Southeast of Saline wearing their white jerseys trimmed in purple and gray. Gannon Jacobson wins the tip. They start out on offense. Smoky Valley in their traveling black jerseys trimmed in orange and white.
Wow.
Here's Jacobson on a beautiful bounce pass, knifing his way to the rim and scoring on the right-hand side. 2-0 Southeast.
Yeah, just great touch from Jacobson right there. Caught himself in an awkward angle. A lot of defense right there, but a fantastic finish from the junior Jacobson.
Full court pressure here by Southeast of Saline. Smoky Valley able to handle it. Braylon Olson brings it across the timeline. He's being hounded out near the half-court stripe by Grady Gebhardt. Man-to-man defense being applied here by Southeast. Here's a steal by Jacobson. He takes it away from Smoky Valley on their first possession. Now fires it up the floor to Sam Knopf. Knopf will dump it off in the short corner to Grady Gebhardt. Now to Owen Bailey. Remember the game in Lindsborg last year? Owen Bailey had 34 points. That still remains his career high. He was really unconscious in that game. Had a great game shooting the basketball.
And that's the thing with Owen. Like, there's not a bad shot he can take, right? Right, you see right there, nice little turnaround from 10 feet, right on cue, nice. Fantastic. That's another great finish from Bailey. And again, you're going to see a majority of the scoring come from Jacobson and come from Bailey. When you start seeing the defense sag, they'll start distributing the basketball. But you got to prove that you can guard those two dynamic scorers everywhere on the floor.
I love how the guys read their production notes, and when we're talking positively about them, they go ahead and reaffirm what we're saying. Here's a shot now inside for Pavlovich, and Smoky Valley gets on the board.
Yeah, Pavlovich just great position down low, did a fantastic job finish. You see right there, Jacobson just drives the ball, got the basketball on the elbow and just attacked. Nobody stepped inside for the Vikings, as Jacobson too easy of a shot for Gannon.
Most of his 20 against Republic County on Friday night was right at the rim, just like he started out here with his first 4 of this game. Almost 2 minutes into this contest, it's 6-2. Smoky Valley with a drive. That's no good. Gannon Jacobson with the rebound. He'll dump it out here to Grady Gebhardt up the right-hand sideline. Gebhardt plays to Adam Teal. Teal wants to drive baseline. He's shut off there, though, defensively by the Vikings, and now has the ball poked out from behind. It goes out of bounds on the sideline where Southeast of Saline will have it.
And right there, you saw Teal on the sideline, on the baseline with Ty Heischmidt out guarding him. Right there, you got to cut if you're Southeast Lane, because you got Heischmidt out of the big defender from Smoky Valley was out of the lane. You got to take advantage of that.
Southeast nearly lost the basketball, and then a mini episode of Keystone Cops breaks out. Grady Gebhardt actually saved it, and then it was thrown away. Knopf and Teal couldn't hook up there underneath the basket. First turnover for Southeast of Saline. Each team has 1.
And, you know, we'll always look at turnovers and talk about turnovers. Right there's a turnover you're okay with, right? Like, that was a risky play from Knopf. I thought it was a bounce pass that, if caught, it's going to be a fantastic play. You're going to be all right with that. Just good defense right there. See, Teal didn't make the catch on the other side, comes back, plays good defense, creates the turnover on the other side. You love to see that from a player, despite being a junior, still just getting time at the varsity level.
Got Pavlovich sped up there, created the turnover. It's the second of the game for Smoky Valley. 5:27 left to go, 6-2 Southeast of Saline. Both these teams had a brutal schedule to start out with. Here's Jacobson inside. He now has a half a dozen as they continue to find him from the outside in.
And that's going to be a problem for Smoky Valley if you can't contain Gannon right there. As you see, a nice play by Olson, just taking the ball. You just continue to stay down that right side of the lane. They're going to call the foul on Teal.
So first foul of the game goes against Southeast of Saline. It's Adam Teal. Smoky Valley will have it now underneath their own backboard. Braylon Olson into inbound. Middle of the paint. Shot won't go down, though, for Smoky Valley. Jacobson another rebound. He pitches it up to Owen Bailey. Bailey got the basketball and somehow had a shot to put that ball in. I don't know how he had that. I thought maybe he's going to flip it back to Knopf. But nonetheless, the ball will go out of bounds. It will stay here with Southeast of Saline as Grady Gebhardt will come to inbounds.
And you obviously want to run. You always want to run if you're Southeast. You have the athletes, but at some point you kind of want to slow down. What a great play right there. There's just an outstanding block by Pavlovich on that inbounds play. He gets Bailey up in the air. Bailey has nowhere to go. Great block. But you want to run some sets, right? You've seen sets just work nonstop for Jacobson down low. Just continue to get in that offensive set, see what you can do in the half-court side.
Knopf shoots the air ball off the inbounds. It goes over the rim. Gebhardt over there to try to contend. He's going to knock it out of bounds, and it'll go to Smoky Valley. 8-2 was our score. 6-point SES lead. About 3 minutes gone by here in this one. Man-to-man defense still being applied here by Southeast of Saline. Gebhardt will chase Olsen to the corner. Now Olsen looking for a lob pass. It's deflected by Jacobson and back into the hands, though, of Smoky Valley. There to save it was Brock Gangler for the Vikings. Smoky Valley wanting to drive. Now a turn by Olsen, stuck. Now he comes back around and finds the backboard and scores. What a move there by Braylon Olsen, keeping that pivot foot alive. Here's Teal now in transition. That one no good. Bailey coming in and had his right arm grabbed. He hits the deck and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Smoky Valley is their first team foul that will send Owen Bailey to the free throw line.
Yeah, Highschmidt called for the foul right there, and I don't think Highschmidt did anything wrong. He was just going up for the rebound, didn't know where Bailey was. Bailey just busts his backside to go. Bailey came out of nowhere right there, goes up for the shot on the offensive rebound, and Highschmidt just got a lot of body on him without knowing he was there as the first free throw was made by Bailey. Just a straight-up hustle play from Owen Bailey.
First free throw is good for the senior, Owen Bailey, one of the two returning starters for this team other than Gannon Jacobson, and now he knocks the second one home as well. Back to a 6-point lead, 10-4. Southeast of Saline leading. Here's a pressure break now by Smoky Valley. Looked like they might have traveled with the basketball again. Pavlovich, though, on the deck. He's going to save it across the paint. A shot that is up and good by Ty Heitschmidt.
And what I liked right there with Southeast, like you saw that there was opportunities for steals. Nobody committed a foul. You're going to give up layups every once in a while when you're running that press, trying to create turnovers. But what you don't want to do is give up silly fouls. Southeast just understood that right there. Does a great job not to commit any stupid fouls in that situation.
Owen Bailey, long distance three off the back of the rim, no good. Tip out by Jacobson. Will keep it alive for Southeast as Owen Bailey has it. Oh. Bailey, one-handed whip down low. Teal couldn't take advantage of it out to Gebhardt for three, and he got it. Just his fourth shot attempt of the season. Grady Gebhardt rings the bell from three.
And Devin, we often talk about Grady's game, how much he does defensively, how much he does on the offensive side. He's got to shoot the basketball more. You've got to create an opportunity like that. Like we see the shots, nice. It's fine. Just take those shots. Jacques Vaughn-esque at times, if you're an old KU fan. Like, be more aggressive on the offensive side because Gebhardt can score.
Jacques Vaughn's my favorite Jayhawk of all time, by the way.
Yeah, I think he is for our entire generation. 2 of 3
now from behind the arc is Grady Gebhardt this year. Not a lot of people saying they shoot 67% from behind the arc, right?
They never said that about me.
Grady has given Southeast of Salina a 7-point lead. Now a near steal by Jacobson. They're going to call Smoky Valley here over and back, and I don't know that I quite understand that, but we are up here in the luxury suites at Southeast of Saline. We let the officials do their job down there, and a turnover for Smoky Valley is their third.
And what I don't like about that call is there was obviously a tip. There was obviously, the possession wasn't completely Smoky Valley. So that's a call, I think, with the tip basketball. You let it play. Nevertheless, it's Southeast Saline basketball.
Isaiah Kerr, who had 9 points Friday in Belleville, along with Tiernan Potacek, both into the game. Tiernan had a good game against Republic County as well. He brought 8 points off the bench. So there's 17 combined points off the bench for Southeast of Saline from Friday night. I think I was more impressed, though, with Isaiah Kerr's defense. He really came along defensively for Southeast in that game. Here's a shot inside that won't go. Put back, though, does. And Caden Perry down low, doing work for Southeast of Saline on the second chance. He'll get a bonus free throw to go along with it.
And, Devin, I think guys like us like the most is you see how Perry made a turnover earlier on, right? Didn't hang his head right there, stayed with the ball defensively, ends up getting a pass, goes baseline, misses the layup, gets his own offensive rebound, finishes, goes to the free throw line as he misses that. But just hustle play after making a turnover. You got to love to see that. That's how confidence grows right there.
Foul on Ollie Boffman. It's his first, second team foul for Smoky Valley. Perry missed the free throw, but he gets the rebound here off a Smoky Valley miss from the top of the key. Kerr with it on the left. Isaiah got it to Perry inside. That's kind of a bad spot there. Perry had the basketball down low, and he tried to just kind of dead-foot it out to one of his teammates. He was being hugged pretty aggressively from behind, but they're going to say the kick is the infraction here, and a turnover for Southeast of Saline is their second. Gannon Jacobson set out 13 seconds. He got a drink of water. Now he's back into the game.
And that's a great play from Perry, like on a Sunday when there's no officials, there's nobody watching, but 3 officials were all over that. But I like the craftiness, just the thought process through Perry's head right there.
Full court pressure once again from Southeast of Saline. Smoky Valley throws it cross court. Shot up, and it's good. Once again, this is Heitschmidt. Ty Heitschmidt, his second basket. Now a basket back the other way. Gannon Jacobson has 8 in the first quarter.
And none of them further than 2 feet away from the bucket. He's doing a great job just pinning his ears back and going and getting easy baskets.
There's a carrying violation out in the middle of nowhere. Caleb Burgard for Smoky Valley was trying to beat the defense down the floor, and ball got away from him. He'll give it back to Southeast of Saline. 4th turnover for Smoky Valley here in the opening quarter. 1:28 left to go. 17-8 is our score. Grady Gebhardt with a quick break. Now he is back into the game, and he will spell Owen Bailey for a quick rest. So it's Kerr, Potachik, along with Gebhardt, Jacobson, Perry on the floor for Southeast. 17-8, their early lead. Jacobson inside, looked over his shoulder. Now he goes back the other way and scores again.
It's almost like Jacobson caught the basketball and didn't realize he was that wide open. Did a good job keeping his composure. Another strong finish from the junior, Gannon Jacobson.
Checking the rearview mirror, right? Seeing where the defense is. He was open, though, underneath the Smoky Valley's interior defense being exposed here by Gannon Jacobson. Here's a ball that's deflected. It goes through the legs of a Smoky Valley player and out of bounds for their 5th turnover. Southeast of Saline will have it back. I am super impressed with Southeast of Saline's defense here in 2025 so far.
Yeah, so you're just seeing, like, it's coming together so much more than it did, before Christmas, right? We're seeing more team defense. You're seeing more help side come. You're seeing right there, Gannon tried to thread a needle right there, didn't go his way, but you're exactly right, Devin. Just the team defense overall from Southeast. You're starting to see Francis Flax's boys play a little bit more like he wanted them to play.
Potachik looking for the bounce on that last. That was a turnover. Greg Gebhardt now will clean it up for Southeast on the boards. Up the right-hand sideline to Kerr. Isaiah all the way to the cup. Floating in, can't get it to go. Here's Perry, though, coming down the floor, and he falls out of bounds with the basketball after getting the rebound, and it will go to Smoky Valley. Good hustle there. Also, by the way, Gannon Jacobson had 9 first-quarter points in Belleville on Friday. He has 10 here in the first quarter.
Getting off to hot starts. It's super important for Gannon, and we know when and these, like we said, these shots are all from the paint. They're all from 2 feet away. Once Gannon starts getting an outside game going as well, watch out.
Closing out the first quarter, clock down to 5. Olsen with it, curling around, coming off of a screen that didn't hit. He forces the shot up, and that is the end of the first period. Southeast of Saline with a good start. That's what their head coach told me. He wanted to see most out of his guys here tonight, and so far they lead it by 11. 19-8, our score at the end of the first quarter. Radio broadcast on KINA and live stream video paired with that radio broadcast free of charge on SalinaPost.com. It's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Gwinnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Gwinnell.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Good start here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, Southeast of Saline off 19-8. Here early on. Gannon Jacobson leads all scorers with 10, but boy, Tyler, you don't want to dismiss the other 4 players on the floor with him. They have done a great job getting Gannon the ball in scoring position.
Yeah, whenever you're getting your best player, him and Owen Bayless, say what it is, whenever you're getting them shots that close, it means a lot of people are doing the correct things, and they're doing a great job. As you see, Jacobson grabs unofficially his 4th rebound already this game as he's fouled while he comes down with the basketball.
Pavlovich kind of slid through a double team that time and then missed the shot. Jacobson cleaned it up. Pavlovich with the foul on the other side. First foul of the quarter there for Smoky Valley. 30 seconds into this second quarter. Boy, Perry was open down low. It took an extra pass to Jacobson before Gannon was the one to find him. He saw him the whole time, and he drops a dime on Caden Perry, who has 4.
Yeah, and you got to love to see that. Like Jacobson, he knew where the player was. He just knew he needed the pass. He had the angle. He had the open lane. That's just a great pass and a great finish from Perry.
There's a turnaround shot that's put up by Smoky Valley. That's no good. Jacobson gets the tip off the rebound. Gannon racing everybody down the floor. Layup, good. That was just pure athleticism, speed, and hustle right there.
And it was a change of pace. I mean, that's something, we're seeing younger players all the time. It's not 100% all the time. You saw him kind of gear things down. You see him do the same thing defensively. Didn't work right there, as you see the strong finish from Pavlovich. But Jacobson does such a good job motoring down and motoring up. You never know when he's just going to accelerate by you.
Here's Potacek with a corner three. That caught a little bit of the backboard, nearly found a home, but it's going to come off, and Pavlovich with the rebound for Smoky Valley. Southeast of Saline's leads a Baker dozen. 23-10 is our score. Again, a friendly reminder, we'll be back at it here again tomorrow night as Southeast of Saline will welcome in Minneapolis and dip back into league play. Here's a traveling violation on the Vikings.
Yeah, and you can't have those turnovers if you're Smoky Valley. That's on the perimeter. It was good defense from Tiernan, not great. I mean, he's just in there pressuring the ball handler. You just saw the shuffling of the feet. You'll take that turnover any day if you're Southeast of Saline.
Gebhardt with it up top. Smoky Valley toying with that zone defense. Owen Bailey over on the right-hand side along with Jacobson. Gannon will shoot the three. That one got deflected, though. Heitschmidt came out to check him and got a little bit of that basketball. Smoky Valley will take it back the other way. Olsen with it on the left wing. Now he's going to hesitate. Float baseline now on the drive. Shut off there by Gebhardt. He'll play it back out now to Gangler. Now to Olsen, who tried to bounce it into Heitschmidt, and that's going to be taken away by Caden Perry. Good defense there, sneaking around the Viking as Caden Perry to take that away. Here's Potacek floating in, getting the contact, bothered on the shot. No calls. The official lets him play through it.
Yeah, and then
now a steal. I look down to write the turnover down. Owen Bailey gets the steal, scores, and was fouled.
Yeah, as everybody's running back, Bailey just lingers around, does a great job just taking the basketball away, goes up strong. There's two Smoky Valley defenders there. Fantastic finish from the senior Bailey.
Heitschmidt guilty of the foul. That is his second. Turnover number 7 ends up in a two-pointer. Could be more for Owen Bailey, who steps to the free throw line. Free throw is good, and Owen Bailey has 7 early points here in this game. 26-10. That lead has swollen now for Southeast of Saline.
And they're going to stay in the press, just continue to make things extremely difficult for Smoky Valley.
Trap back along the baseline. Smoky Valley gets it back to the middle of the floor to Pavlovich. Now the ball's deflected, and they're going to call a reaching foul here against Gannon Jacobson. That is his first. And for Southeast of Saline, that is just their second team foul here in the first half.
Yeah, and you don't mind that. You don't mind that only being the second foul of the game. But if you're Coach Flax, you don't want to commit a foul that far away from the bucket, right? Like, you want to stay up. You had Smoky Valley in a really tough position right there. Just stay up with the hands, see what they do, see if you can create more turnovers without committing a foul.
26-10 our score. Southeast of Saline leading. Here's a drive and a shot put up by Smoky Valley. It's no good. Owen Bailey had the rebound, then is poked down from behind. Smoky Valley trying to get it away, and the ball took a slow roll over to the baseline. Pavlovich could not get there before it goes out of bounds.
So that's a couple times we've seen Brock Gangler get to the basket and kind of go with the ball up and the ball down. If he goes strong, he's a strong young man, I think he'd have more success.
Jacobson dumps it in down low. Adam Teal finishes with the left hand. First basket of the game for Adam. 28-10.
And those off-rhythm shots aren't always easy. And right there, Teal did a good job, completely off-rhythm because the ball was tipped coming from Jacobson to him, but just a good job going up in the air, gathering himself. That's a good finish from Teal.
It looked like Olsen might have went to pick that ball up, then changed his mind. Maybe should have got caught with a carry. Grady Gebhardt just kind of shook his head halfway, smiled, looked at the official like, did you see that? Well, did you see what I saw?
and nothing bothers Grady Gebhardt, right? That's what makes him a great running back. That's what makes him a great baseball player. It's what makes him great on the hardwood. Like, he's never going to be bothered or flustered by anything that's going on. He just continues to do what he's supposed to do. Just what a player he does in all three sports for Southeast.
Long pass, going to break the pressure. Southeast of Saline started by Owen Bailey through Sam Knopf and then Adam Teal. Back-to-back buckets for Adam.
Yeah, and Teal the benefactor of just great ball handling from Southeast. That's the thing. When your best players are the best ball handlers, it makes beating the press pretty easy.
Here's Olsen inside, spin move, and that one takes a high bounce off the rim. Braylon Olsen, his second basket of the game. That breaks it back down to 18 as Southeast hit the 20-point mark. Here's Owen Bailey for 3. Got knocked down as he put the shot up. The shot strong, and Smoky Valley will have it back the other way. Boy, just kind of a fluid game, right? Not just as I'm saying that. I was going to say not a lot of fouls, not a ton of turnovers. as both teams just kind of running back and forth, getting some conditioning in here. That foul against Grady Gebhardt is his first.
And I didn't see anything that Gebhardt did there that we haven't seen before. But again, no emotion shown from Gebhardt. Just kind of shakes his head, just goes back to work. He's not going to complain.
Sometimes officials need a break too.
They do.
Or they might.
Sometimes we need one.
Or they might see a poor guy that's been over here at the scores table trying to get in for the last 7 minutes.
Exactly.
Get the whistle, let him in. Let's get a little rotation going here. Here's Pavlovich now working on the right-hand side, slid that pivot foot, and that will be the 8th turnover for Smoky Valley.
And again, that's a team defense you talked about earlier. It's Knopf forcing Smoky Valley to the baseline, and then all of a sudden it's Teal just standing strong.
3-on-1, a press break, maybe an extra pass that was too many. It ends up with Sam Knopf, and Sam did a really good job. He was put in a tough spot initially, put the shot up, and then went and got the rebound and put it back in for his first points of the night.
No, you're exactly right. That's a shot you want to see Teal take immediately. You don't need that extra pass, but Knopf did a great job finishing.
32-12. That timer's going off, right? When you have a 3-on-1 break, you know that's
Yes.
not going to last long. Here's a deflection and takeaway. Owen Bailey down the floor, and the finger roll is good. I love Owen getting to the rim because most time he's going to resort to that pretty finger roll.
Yeah, strong finisher when he gets himself to the rim. That's a great job from Bailey.
34-12. Southeast of Saline pouring it on here as they now lead by 22 points. 34-12 our score, under 2 minutes left to go. Here's Pavlovich again getting inside, taking big steps. This time he's fouled, a blocking foul on Southeast of Saline. This will be their 3rd team foul, and it's going to be issued to Adam Teal, who is now on foul number 2 for Southeast player with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Pavlovich, great job with his 2 steps. I don't always have to be linear. He did a great job with, kind of a Euro step-ish. Did a great job just avoiding the contact and then creating the contact on Teal.
Ball taken away, though, by Southeast of Saline, and up the floor they go. Sam Knopf is going to get the basket and a timeout taken on the floor. We will step away as well. 2:44 left to go here in the second quarter. Southeast of Saline off to a good start, 36-12. They lead it here on KINA. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Southeast of Saline continues to pour it on here, triggered by their defense, and again creating another loose ball in the backcourt. Smoky Valley has had trouble breaking the press. They've also had trouble pressing Southeast of Saline, as this game has gone full court on both ends. And right now, Tyler, it is Southeast with the advantage.
Yeah, it is, and you're starting to see some substitutions. We see Kane Sawyer's in the game right now for Southeast, and Kane Sawyer's can do some things, can't he? And we know the Sawyer's name if you followed Southeast Saline basketball at all, but he can do things offensively and defensively.
Here's a shot left open on the left-hand side by Smoky Valley. Then Ty Heitschmidt gets in there and cleans it up for the Vikings. Here's Gannon Jacobson for 3. That one rims off, no good. Knopf, though, with the rebound for Southeast. He'll play it out to Owen Bailey, who will step into a 17-footer. That one's strong, no good. And the rebound tapped out. Knopf will save it to Gebhardt. 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Gebhardt has it. Now back to Knopf. They bring it back to Jacobson. Little 4-out-1 in offense here by Southeast of Saline, with Kane Sawyers patrolling the paint, bouncing around from corner to corner. Here's Knopf. Speaking of corners, here's a corner 3. That's no good for Sam. And Smoky Valley brings away the rebound.
And again, you don't mind that. You move the ball from sideline to sideline. You get a wide open 3 That's a shot you're perfectly fine taking. You get wide open threes with the perimeter players that Southeast has, you're fine with that. Those will fall more often than not.
36-14. Oh. Here's a steal. Jacobson takes it away. Turnover number 10 for Smoky Valley. Gannon up the floor, and he's hand-checked in the hip as he went to the rim on the left-hand side. And the foul will be issued against Smoky Valley. Free throws coming up. And the first foul on Caleb Burgard. Jacobson steps to the line for 2. Already 12 points for Gannon here in this game this evening. First free throw is good.
And again, it was just nice seeing Gannon attack the rim. He had there was another Trojan on the opposite side that he could have made a pass to, but just go. Just attack the bucket, do exactly what you did, try for the end one opportunity.
Pavlovich and Gangler back into the game for Smoky Valley. Patochik and Kerr back into the game for Southeast of Saline. 81 seconds left to go. Keep it here at halftime. We'll check numbers from the first half. We'll also talk to Shauna Smith about a very exciting Southeast of Saline girls victory earlier tonight. They won it in overtime. 37-14 our score here. Southeast of Saline still playing full court scramble defense. Smoky Valley breaks it. They get a baseline shot that's no good. Heitschmidt tries to put it back on the left side. That's no good. Sawyers comes in for the rebound. Here comes Southeast in transition. Back the other way. Bailey all the way to the cup, has a block. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans with 1 minute left to play.
And that's Pavlovich's second block. I mean, he's doing a great job defensively getting back. That's twice on Bailey that he's gotten his hand in the way, deflected the shot. Pavlovich he's one of those players, just always has a nose for the basketball.
Inbounder has the basketball. Potopchik inbounded it, then he stepped in, got it back. Now to Jacobson, now back to Tiernan. He'll pull the trigger from 3. Can't get it to go, and the rebound down low by Heitschmidt. 45 seconds left to play here in the second period. Got an early start tonight. Maybe some weather coming in. Nobody wanted to risk it, so we started an hour early.
And Devin, just again, props to administration for making sure that happened. Good defense right there from Kerr. You see it deflects off Smoky Valley. But again, if you can get a game in, especially when you have teams this close to each other, if you have to bump it up an hour to make sure everybody gets home safely, just a great job from everybody from Smoky Valley and Southeast, just getting together, getting these games in, because you don't know what weather's coming in. Take care, make sure everybody's safe.
No, there's more people involved, but salute to Doug Miniman and also Kai Swisher at Smoky Valley. 38-14 our score. Southeast playing for the last shot here of the first half. They will look to take a big lead into the locker room here at halftime. Owen Bailey has it. He backs it all the way out to the timeline. 5 seconds left to go. Now he's going to size it up one-on-one. Bailey tries to dish it out, and it's deflected, and that will be the end of the second quarter. Probably not what Southeast wanted there, but they have a big lead to protect as they go into the second half. 38-14 as we hit the halftime report. It's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. When we come back, we'll have numbers from the first half. We'll also have a visit with head coach Shauna Smith of the Southeast of Saline ladies. We'll talk about their victory when we come back. Halftime is here, Southeast of Saline. Leading it on the boys' side, 38-14, right here on KINA.
Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North Ninth, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report, 38-14, the Southeast of Saline guys leading here at the break, and it's our chance now to step away from the guys' game and talk Lady Trojan basketball with head coach Shauna Smith. And boy, you made it really interesting tonight and entertained this crowd that came out and watched you play. 61-59, the victory here in overtime. This game really, I thought, had it all. It was a game of runs. They started out on a big run. You came back and answered that run, took a lead, and then you just kind of steadily built up until halftime. You had a lead at halftime of 3 points. They made a little bit of a surge there coming back too. Beginning of the third quarter is really when things turned on the scoreboard for you. You led by 5, all of a sudden you were down by 5 as they went on a 10-0 run. But I want to go back to like middle of the second quarter and go to the root of when that started happening. All of a sudden things weren't easy for your group. A lot of deflected passes, a lot of passing lane things where they were jumping out in the passing lanes. Talk about that portion of the game and how you guys lost that lead there in the middle.
A lot of it, I just think we lost focus. You know, like I said, just what I was just saying a little bit ago is just we got to figure out, like, we got to stick to our game plan and do some things. Some of these kids, they want to go play, like just 100 miles an hour. And we told them is like, there's a couple of their kids like weren't coming out of the game. We needed them. We got to make them play defense for a little bit longer, you know. But we had a lot of deflected balls and they were just unneeded passes that we were passing. You know, yeah, we want to get the ball up the court, but at some point it's just okay just to dribble the ball up the court. You know, so I think, like I said, the wheels fell off there for a while, and but somehow we managed to get those wheels back on.
This game also had layers of individual efforts that were really, really good tonight. Start with Sutton Douglas and her aggressiveness in the paint, especially with a 6-footer hanging around in there as well. Smoky Valley eventually took an adjustment to that and was able to put Blanchett on Sutton Douglas, but she was already off to a great start. 9 points in the first half. She ends up with a new career high tonight of 13. But I saw her kind of with the aggressiveness early on, getting to the free throw line. She shot more free throws in the first half almost than what she has all year thus far. Yeah. So that was good getting to the line. But then she was getting it handed to her there a little bit when Blanchett came over and gave her extra attention. The 6-footer did not let her score. Then Sutton kind of turned into a passer again, didn't she? And it was kind of one of those, all right, now I'm seeing what I can do and what I can't do, and she started to create for others.
Yeah, I kind of told the girls there because she was ripping down rebounds and doing some things, all the things that she knows how to do. So one of those things that we were trying to put her on the perimeter a little bit more too, just to get Blanchett out of the paint for us. So I thought she did a good job with that. Sutton did. Like I said, they had all different moments in the game where we had some go-to players that we went to.
When you were down by 6 in the third quarter, it was kind of Abba Pearson time as well. You guys had trouble scoring. You were making some turnovers. Abba knew you needed points, and all of a sudden she put 7 points in that third quarter. Gave you a chance to play it through in the fourth quarter. Then you guys get to the fourth quarter. And I have thoughts about going to a stall. I have thoughts about momentum. I have thoughts about when you want to be aggressive. You guys stayed aggressive, though, and you were able to force turnovers. And it all started when you look at the turnover count in the fourth quarter and overtime. I had you guys with 1 turnover total in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Well, like I said, I think that it was like second quarter, third quarter, and halfway through that fourth quarter, we just kind of, like I said, the wheels fell off. We weren't thinking. We were just playing. You know, I kind of looked at we got to play all together as a team, and we got to talk. So I thought we just did a better job of those things, kind of getting things back together and settling in. And like we got to play aggressive. You know, all of a sudden, you know, they kind of went back out here and kind of started holding the ball again. And, you know, and I also say that when the second, third quarter, we also kind of got into a little bit of foul trouble going into the third quarter with Abigail and Kaya having some fouls there. So that we played a little bit differently because we didn't have the people guarding certain people that we wanted to guard. But I thought, overall, just the turnovers, I thought at the end of the game, we kept the ball and did what we needed to do.
What were your thoughts when you got it into overtime? Did you feel like you had a pretty good chance at this one, or how'd you feel?
Well, yeah, because you always get that momentum going in, and that's what we I think it was 2.8 seconds left. They had the ball taken out on the sideline over there, underneath the basket there, and we just told them, or I guess it was on the sideline that time, and we just said, get it into overtime. So all we want to do, tap the ball out of bounds, just get it into overtime, because we feel like we had the momentum going in there, kind of had them back on their heels there a little bit. They kind of quit going in there and scoring.
And you guys really kind of owned overtime. They hit a 3-pointer late to pull it back to a 2-point game. But overtime was yours. I want to talk about Reagan Duran because Reagan tonight, 15 points scoring. That's a new career high for her. But she goes 6 of 6 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter in overtime. She had 3 threes on top of that, and it seemed like they were all good shots at a really good time. More importantly, though, for you, she created 4 Smoky Valley turnovers in the overtime period alone. She was good tonight.
Well, that's why I keep trying to tell her she is just long.
Yeah.
Her arms, I think, are as long as her legs are. That's what I said, and she is really darn athletic. So, like, these things don't shock me. If I could get her to do these night in and night out, like I said, these stats, this is phenomenal to have somebody coming off the bench for us doing this. This is kind of like I said, what we had a couple years ago. We always talk about when we had Reagan Getz come off the bench for us. If you have that scorer that can do those things for you. So I thought Reagan Duran did a really good job tonight, and that's what I kind of told him is talking about the locker room. We were kind of getting winded there over in halftime or in overtime. It was like one of the things you rock the boat because I thought who we had in the game playing is what we need to do. I know we ended up subbing Sutton and Addison in there, and they're just to give Sutton a little break there. But we were doing such a really good job. And I also told the girls tonight we mixed it up 3 different presses we put in there. We put a half court press in. We put a zone. We did a man. Just try to mix things up, and I thought we did a really good job towards the end there doing some different things.
Give me your quick thoughts on the quick turnaround tomorrow night. Minneapolis comes in. We kind of already know how this game's going to be, right? It's going to be all over the place, baseline to baseline, sideline to sideline. Your quick thoughts on the Lions?
I just think it's going to be a dogfight. And I've told the girls, like, this is what you want. We're going in on a overtime win. To me, that should be some momentum going into the game. Like, we're not going to talk about that we played tonight, that we should be tired or anything like that. That's what I told them. I looked at them the last 3 minutes of the game, and I said, this is where we say you either suck it up and learn to play when you're uncomfortable. Tomorrow night it's going to be, we're going to probably be a little tired and uncomfortable, but that's where the good teams go learn how to play. Play back-to-back nights playing uncomfortable.
Love it. Winners of 4 of your last 5. Keep it rolling. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Lady Trojans of Southeast of Saline, 61-59. They win it in overtime. They move to 4-2 now on the season. They are winners of 4 of their last 5. Reagan Duran tonight, our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game with a new career high of 15 points. We'll take a 60-second timeout, be back with third quarter action. The Trojans of Southeast of Saline up big here at the break on KINA.
Rains it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
38-14 as we get ready to start third quarter action back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. My name is Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. 38-14, our score here, leading the scoring for all scorers. Gannon Jacobson with 14, Owen Bailey with 9. 4 points from Sam Knopf, Adam Teal, and Caden Perry. 3 points for Grady Gebhardt for Southeast of Saline scoring. The Southeast of Saline turns it over on their first offensive possession of the third quarter. For Smoky Valley, Ty Heitschmidt has 6, Braylon Olson, Atticus Pavlovich each have 4, 38-14. Boy, you like what Southeast of Saline did. I think the main difference in this game right now, Tyler, it's not X's and O's. It's not anything like that. It's just energy and effort, right?
It is, and that's what you have to carry on in the second half, right? Like there can't be a letdown. You have to carry momentum into Minneapolis on Friday night, on tomorrow night, because you know what's coming on Monday. And, you just got to continue to build, continue to grow with each other. You can't take a step back at any point. Right now, I mean, you got a comfortable lead, but you can't play like you have a comfortable lead. You got to play the game of basketball. You see right there, Gannon Jacobson does a great job stepping in front of Heitschmidt. Heitschmidt's called for the offensive foul. But it's things like that. You got to continue to work and build moving forward.
I respect the head coach, Doug Schneider. He always coaches with such great energy and has his guys kind of going. Without him here tonight, you wonder if maybe that might be a little bit of course, our thoughts and prayers going out to Coach Schneider. We miss him here at the gym, and hopefully he is back at it very, very soon. But right now, his team struggling a little bit here against Southeast of Saline, 38-14, 3-2 top-heavy zone right now, as Owen Bailey will shoot the 3 from the top of the key. That's too strong, no good. And no rebounders down there wearing white as Smoky Valley pulls it away and starts the break the other way. Here's a pirouette move and a scoop shot from Anderson. They got knocked out of bounds by Southeast. It will stay here on the baseline with Smoky Valley.
You're seeing right there, I think that's a shot. If you go up a little bit stronger, you might get a foul called. You're seeing, they're going to call a foul on Teal. Teal didn't have his feet set. They're going to call him for a hold right there. But again, you're just seeing right there, you're seeing Anderson he's attacking. He's going after the basketball. Teal just got caught, grabbing him, according to the officials, pulling him down.
Adam Teal now with 3 fouls here in this game. Heitschmidt for Smoky Valley also has 3. As he has started the second half on the bench for Smoky Valley. I don't see him out there. 38-14, still looking for the first points. About a minute and a half gone by. Here's Knopf inside to Teal, out to Owen Bailey for a 3-ball. Corner pocket is good. Owen Bailey, his first 3-ball of the game. He now has a dozen.
When we saw Bailey miss that shot just in the last possession where he's wide open, you can't leave Owen Bailey wide open. I mean, he's going to. If you leave Owen Bailey wide open from the perimeter, he's going to shoot better than 50%. He showed that right there. There's got to be an emphasis on him. Just a great set shot. You just got to make sure you have a defender around him at all times.
Olsen drives into the block. Now he's going to turn around. He's going to pass it out to Brock Gangler, and Gangler will hit the 3 in the corner. 41-17. Southeast working the ball around the perimeter. Bailey, now Gebhardt back in the center of the floor. Gebhardt will take a dribble, flip it out to Gannon Jacobson. Back to Owen Bailey on the skip. His 3 from the opposite side as he tries to go left and right. Will not go down, and now a ball off the foot of somebody. The official says it's going to stay here with Smoky Valley.
And we've seen 3 3-point shots right now from Southeast Salina. It's not that they're not trying to attack. It's that after Smoky Valley got burnt in the first half, just down low, they're just packing that zone in. Southeast's going to have to hit some outside shots, kind of expand that zone, and then go back to attacking the rim.
Braylon Olsen set to inbounds. He goes so out to Gangler, now gets it back, guarded by Gebhardt. Olsen wants to bring it back to the middle of the floor. Just underway here, third quarter. No scoreboard show tonight, of course, but tomorrow we'll be back in the Kansas High School basketball scoreboard show, brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital, 10 until 11 o'clock. A full hour of scores and recaps from across the state of Kansas. Here's another foul down low. I think this is on Adam Teal. If it is, that is number 4. So Adam Teal has 4 fouls, and he will come out of the game. Coming to replace him after this first free throw attempt will be Caden Perry.
Yeah, and that's somewhere where Teal will grow, right? Like, again, a junior, but very inexperienced at the varsity level. He's got multiple Southeast defenders with him. He just needs to go up, stay straight up, don't commit the foul. It's already a difficult shot opportunity, so just don't commit that foul. Don't make it, you can't commit your 4th this early. Tonight it might not come back to hurt you. It might some other night.
Boffman at the free throw line, missed the first. The second one dies off the back of the rim, but it's going to be kept alive here by Anderson. Now ball squirts free, and it's a turnover for Smoky Valley. Owen Bailey brings it out of the crowd. He'll stop on the right-hand side in front of the Southeast bench. Play it out to Jacobson. Now back out to Gebhardt. Back to Jacobson. Into Perry. Perry will kick it out. Bailey for 3. Got it. Owen Bailey liking the right side of the floor here in the third quarter. That's his second three-pointer of the quarter as Southeast of Saline back equaling their biggest lead of the game of 27 points.
And again, when Bailey gets his feet set and there's no defenders around him when he can catch, he's so deadly.
Here's a floater by Olsen to the rim. That won't go down. Knopf with the rebound. Now Sam is off and running. 3-on-4 as Smoky Valley gets back good on defense. Kick out to Jacobson in the corner for a 3. That won't go off the front of the rim, and a rebounding foul will be called against the Trojans.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Perry right there. Perry just going for the offensive rebound. It's just one of those unfortunate fouls. It's a foul you're going to live with if you're Coach Francis Flax. Perry just showing a lot of hustle right there, trying to go for the offensive rebound.
Smoky Valley with it. They come across the timeline. We approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. There's a three-pointer put up. That is no good for the Vikings from Anderson. And the ball out of bounds will go back to Southeast of Saline.
And Gingler right there just crawling all over Gebhardt's back. Gebhardt just fantastic positioning. Again, just talking about how he knows where to be, just set his body up. There was nowhere for Gingler to go except over Gebhardt. Good call from the officials.
Southeast of Saline with it back. Knopf to the left wing to Jacobson. Jacobson tried to force one in there to Perry, and that one's going to be poked and taken away. That is only the 5th turnover here in this game on Southeast of Saline. Here's Gangler for 3. That one no good. And a box out there by Perry. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will go to Southeast. You want a lesson in boxing out? That's the way you do it right there, right?
Without a doubt. Perry just continued the box out all the way to the baseline. The ball bounces out of bounds. He's still got a Viking on his back. Just a great job from Perry, committing to the box out and staying with it.
3:38 left to go here in the third. Here's a bounce pass into Jacobson. He plays it out to Gebhardt. Grady Gebhardt, a 3. Why not? Now 75% from behind the arc on the season.
And just, again, it's just Gebhardt. I mean, like, everybody collapses. He's wide open. That's a shot he's got to take more and more often, but he's never going to force a shot. That's one thing you know about Grady, but just a great three-point shot from Gebhardt.
47-17. Here's Gangler inside, and they're going to get him with a traveling violation.
And you're seeing that was just great defense right there down low from Southeast Saline. I think it might have been Knopf. Just stayed strong, stayed straight up. There was no foul committed. And again, we talked about that earlier in the first half. Gangler goes up and kind of throws this like dip-de-doo shot up right there. You got to go up strong if you're Gangler. He's a strong young man. If he takes that ball strong and creates some space, he might get rewarded with foul shots. But right there, he just throws the ball up. You got to reward the defense as the officials did right there.
So Southeast of Saline has it back. On the offensive end, Jacobson with the blow-by. All the way for 2. Jacobson now with 16.
And it seems like Jacobson could just do what he wants right now, right? Like, so he's trying to keep everybody else involved, but if you're gonna guard him that far away from the basket, he's just gonna blow by you. If you don't get any help side, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble if you're Smoky Valley.
Smoky Valley with it. Now another turnover. Here comes Jacobson.
Here
Jacobson down the middle of the floor. He's gonna go up and lay it in. 4 points for Gannon Jacobson. Those buckets came back to back. And Francis Flax wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. 2.5 minutes left to go in the third. Southeast of Saline in a runaway here on KINA.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Out of the timeout, a steal by Southeast of Saline, a break to the other end, and a basket. It started with Tiernan Potacek. He passed it to Isaiah Kerr, and I think they called a foul on Kerr's shot. Jacobson came in on the backside and had a little soft dunk on the backside home, but they're going to send Isaiah Kerr to the free throw line on a shooting foul where he buries his first point of the night.
And what a great pass and catch from Potacek to Kerr. I mean, right there, Potacek could have gone up for the left-hand layup, makes a nice little pass. It's a great catch from Kerr, goes up, draws so much contact, ball just tips off, and like you said, Jacobson there for this, we'll call it a soft tip dunk. I mean, guys like you and I, we're going to need that rim to help.
That's right.
Help secure us, but Jacobson's athletic enough just to make it soft over defenders. You see the second free throw nailed by Kerr. 2
free throw attempts in by Isaiah Kerr. Southeast of Saline in this game, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 2:12 left to go here in the third. 53-17 the score.
And Devin, you're continuing to see the defensive pressure amped up. You're not seeing silly shots. You're seeing them in the flow. That's what you got to love to see, because I think at times, you get in these situations, you start doing silly basketball right now, but you're seeing nice, very fundamental basketball from Southeast of Saline on the offensive and defensive side. You see another turnover.
Off the backboard hard. Southeast of Saline has it. Owen Bailey in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Splashes it home. The trifecta for Owen Bailey here in the third. 3 of 3 on the right-hand side of the floor. He's 3 of 4 for the quarter.
Yeah, and it's that exact same spot. I mean, don't get him going. It's just a nice play from Patacha, just tipping the ball away.
Now a ball that's kicked by Gannon Jacobson. We talk about the two-headed monster scoring-wise offensively for Southeast of Saline, and that's the 2 returners from last year, Jacobson and Bailey. And right now, when you check their scoring, they each have 18 points.
Yeah, but they're also so unselfish to each other, right? It's like nobody's checking the score. They continue to pass the ball. It was a 3 from Bailey right there off a kick from Patacha. You see that 3's missed from Smoky Valley. Like, that's good team basketball. No one's looking out for themselves. They're all looking out for the white and purple tonight.
Here's Patacha off the break, started by Kane Sawyers. Off to Isaiah Carey, takes a couple of dribbles to his right, pulls up, 17-foot jumper, won't go, hit the front of the rim. Back comes Smoky Valley the other way.
And Devin, this is the first time you see a foul right there on Kerr, just trying to poke the ball away from Olsen. But this is the first time we've seen, I mean, you have 4 starters on the bench for Southeast Saline, so it'll be interesting to see how this, Southeast team secures itself. Knopf's the only starter on the floor right now, just how everybody handles himself, knowing that Jacobson and Bailey are on the floor to kind of bail you out when you get in trouble. So this is what you want to see when you're a coach, right? Like developmental times, you can't replicate this in practice. Like, how do you go game time?
Yeah, a lot of guys on this team for Southeast that just lack varsity minutes. Like, they just didn't get it. I mean, the Southeast has been so stacked over the last 3 years, 3 consecutive trips to the state tournament under the direction of Bryson Blacks, that once you lose that class, it's a blessing while it's here, but once you lose it, now you're looking around going, boy, who do I have?
And we know that culture. I mean, obviously that basketball culture is there, that football culture. It's just a culture within the school, but they know how to win. But now it's just getting those valuable minutes that you can't replicate anywhere else.
Yeah, and there may be some guys on this team that, a month from now, 30 days from now, when we're in the middle of February, we're going, hey, remember this guy and his start to the season? I mean, there's some flashes there of multiple people without naming any names. 17 seconds left to go here in the third. We'll have a quick moving fourth quarter. Highschmidt, the fade away from the right-hand elbow, no good. There is Sam Knopf with another rebound. 5 seconds left to go. Patacha up the left-hand side, spin move, back out to Knopf, now to Perry. 1 second left. Kerr has to hurry his shot up. You'd like to see Perry probably take that one instead of that extra pass, but that's the way the third quarter ends. 18-3. The quarter owned by Southeast of Saline. They take a big lead into the fourth and final quarter. Southeast of Saline basketball here on radio and also online with live stream video on SalinaPost.com, presented by Salina Surgical Hospital.
We all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
56-17 our score. Welcome back to the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith as we start fourth quarter action. Isaiah Kerr with a steal for Southeast of Saline. Just knowing the schedule, Tyler, and looking ahead to a quick turnaround here tomorrow night where Minneapolis will come in. Here's Ben Heinrich for a three. That's no good. Smoky Valley with the rebound. But turn around, you play again tomorrow night. Minneapolis in here for a league contest. If you're worried about legs and maybe the go, if you want, in the legs for people like Owen Bailey and people like Gannon Jacobson and Grady Gebhardt maybe as well. Boy, you can get those guys and just rest them out on the bench right now, right?
No, yeah, it's great. It helps you in so many different ways. You're seeing young players get to play more. You see Sawyers with a nice great catch, great finish. But yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, as long as you can keep those guys rested as much as you can so they're ready to go tomorrow, as you see a 3-point bucket from the baseline from Carlson, yeah, you want to if you're Flax. Like, this is a win-win for you. You get to see your young guys play and you get to rest kind of your vets.
That basket by freshman Kane Sawyers, by the way, his first varsity points. He's been playing in every game, but just has not scored until now. Here's Schroeder, tips the ball. Tanner Schroeder in there. He missed a few games because of injury. He actually started game number 1 for Southeast of Saline. Kerr has the ball poked away from behind, but he gets it right back and plays it to Cooper Carlin, who's also into the game. It's Carlin, Sawyers, Ben Heinrich, Schroeder, and Kerr on the floor for Southeast of Saline. They lead by 38. 6:15 left to play. Again, I think that doubleheader we have waiting for us tomorrow here in Southeast of Saline's gym is going to be a good one with Minneapolis. That girls' game should be very, very good. The boys' game also promises to be good. That Minneapolis team, boy, they just play hard. You know, they have one of the better players in the league in Owen Just. They're going to come in and they're going to put it out there. New head coach this year, Ryan Mortimer, leading the way for Minneapolis. Of course, Brian Weatherman, one of the elder statesmen in the league, leading the girls from Minneapolis. I think that'll be a good one tomorrow night.
Yeah, year in and year out, it's one of the top doubleheaders, going in, just because you know exactly what you're saying. It's just the competition is going to be unbelievable.
Those girls teams, Minneapolis and Southeast of Saline, are still the only two undefeated league records in the NCAA. Minneapolis got a big victory in Salina last Friday against Sacred Heart to give them their first league loss. Of course, Southeast of Saline, they've defeated Republic County and Beloit in league play. It just kind of seems like, I'm thinking here, you'll be able to correct me because you're more of an archive, but it just seems like how many years has that been a split? Like the last 2 years I know of?
It has been. It's been a disappointing loss. I think last year it was early on Minneapolis got them, and then Southeast came back and got them in that second game. It just seems like those two teams have been riding the same kind of wave, the same kind of arc for the last couple of years. And, a Coach Weatherman-led team with his daughter playing a significant role this year. That's going to be a tough matchup tomorrow night.
Yeah, they have a good senior class.
They really
girls
do.
Have all been playing since they were freshmen. Here's a foul down low on Southeast of Saline. This goes against Ben Heinrich. That is his first. Clock continues to roll. 4:25 left to go here in this game. It's a corner three that is up and good. That is the second three-pointer of the fourth quarter by Nicholas Carlson.
Yeah, and without a sub-varsity game tonight, it also, shows the value of getting these young guys in. Both teams have done it. It looks like Smoky Valley's done the exact same thing that Southeast done. You want minutes, right? Like, that's how you get better. You're trying to get as many guys minutes as you can while also resting starters. I'm not sure what Smoky Valley's schedule is. I'm assuming they're playing tomorrow as well. But you just want to keep everybody rested and give guys as much experience as you can. You see a foul right there on Carlson.
Yeah, I know Coach Flax was really discouraged they weren't able to schedule a JV game for tonight, so he is probably loving this, at least a full quarter of some of the guys that help out off the bench right now in this season, getting out there and getting some good minutes here to play. Everybody that suited up for Southeast of Saline tonight has played here in this varsity game. 58-23, here's a steal as it's taken away by Cooper Carlin all the way to the cup, and his layup is good. Cooper Carlin scores for Southeast of Saline.
And Carlin, great job just controlling his pace right there. We talked about the pace earlier with Jacobson and Bailey and how they do that right there. You saw Carlin, he puts on the accelerator and then all of a sudden just slows down a little bit, lets the defender go by. It's a fantastic finish from Carlin.
60-23, Southeast of Saline. That's the second game in a row now that Cooper Carlin has scored. He also scored Friday night against Republic County. Adam Teal will come into the game. He will replace Isaiah Kerr. Clock continues to roll down, 2:47 left to play.
And Kerr's been really good. He's been great defensively. He's helped out in so many different ways. Just, again, he was that guy that was out there settling the offense, settling the team. When you didn't have Jacobson, when you didn't have Bailey out there, just did a good job, leading everybody, leading the Trojans in the right way.
He was thrown in to a team that was trying to find its way last year, and I thought he gave good minutes as a sophomore. Did Isaiah Kerr, as Tanner Schroeder is fouled here. And I just thought maybe he got off to a little bit of a clunky start this year in 2024. But I'm telling you, that game that he had against Republic County on Friday night, he was moving. I mean, he was defending, he was getting after it, and that was kind of more what I expected out of Isaiah Kerr this year, and it carried over into tonight too. So he's going to be a valuable piece of this team.
Yeah, and it's just all about just learning that role, right? Like, you're not just a role player anymore. Like, you got to go get buckets. You see the second free throw's missed. You've got to figure out a way to get some buckets, continue to play defense, and doing what you can do.
Heinrich for three, and Ben Heinrich gets a tray. Nice shot there on the scramble drill by Southeast of Saline after they got the rebound off the missed free throw.
And you see Heinrich with the clunky knee brace on, and you can always tell the amount of work by somebody when a bench player scores by how the bench reacts. Everybody was up. They're all excited. Heinrich does all the right things, just kind of saddled with a knee injury, just kind of coming back right now.
Gets the rebound here, comes down coast to coast, pitches it out to the right-hand side. Three ball on the way, and three ball good. Cooper Carlin has 5 points now.
Just solid right there. Again, it was Heinrich kind of create a little bit of havoc. Nice little dish to Carlin. Carlin steps right into that with a lot of confidence. Great three-point shot from Carlin.
11 different Trojans have scored in this game. Here's a steal. Carlin to Heinrich. Heinrich bobbled the basketball, but got it back in time to lay it home. That might be his best play of the day.
It's just the wherewithal to understand the ball was bad. The ball was batted, kind of fumbled a little bit, but just stay cool, calm, and collected. Good finish from Heinrich.
Steal here. Adam Teal takes it away for Southeast of Saline. That might be it. 35 seconds left to go. Coach Francis Flax has his hand up. He said, hey, boys, just run through it. Let's put this one away and then come back tomorrow and try it again against the Lions of Minneapolis. 69-23. Southeast of Saline's boys have now won 2 in a row. They are fighting their way back uphill after that brutal schedule in 2024. They have now won 2 in a row, and they will get a chance to maybe make it 3 in a row tomorrow night. Smoky Valley, they go to 0-5 on the season. 69-23 the final here at the Purple Palace. It's a clean sweep tonight for Southeast of Saline as postgame for this boys contest begins now. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. We'll come back, have final numbers for you, and also a conversation with Francis Flax. It's all coming up when we come back. It's another Trojan victory, 69-23 over Smoky Valley, and you heard it right here on KINA.
So it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in postgame. A final interview coming up with Francis Flax. 69-23, 2 in a row now for Southeast of Saline. 18 points tonight. With Gannon Jacobson, 18 points for Owen Bailey. 11 different Southeast of Saline players scored. 6 points tonight for Grady Gebhardt. That was big for him as Francis Flax puts on the headset here as we wrap it up in postgame. Coach, just one of the things I said right now, with 36 points split evenly between Gannon and Owen Bailey. How about Grady Gebhardt, though? A couple of threes for him. He doesn't shoot the ball much. He came into this game with 3 shot attempts all season long. He goes 2 of 2 tonight from the arc. I was kind of kidding his dad a little bit. I told Mitch, I go, he's 75% from behind the arc now. He's 3 of 4 on the season. He's got to shoot more, though, but it was good to see him put the ball in the air tonight.
It was. And, I told him in practice yesterday, I said, you've got to shoot the ball 3 times a game. And he didn't quite make that, but he got 6 points out of 2 shots, so that's not bad.
Coach Gebhardt told me he has to have a minimum of 10 attempts to count, so we'll get him more tomorrow night, right? What'd you think about this game? I said at halftime to Tyler, I felt this game was it was almost circumstantial a little bit. You guys were awfully sharp, don't get me wrong, and it was good to see what started in Belleville carried over until tonight. But I thought this first half and where you guys got your jump, it was all about energy and effort.
Yeah, it was. And I told them before the game I didn't like the way they warmed up at halftime. I thought they were too nonchalant and they had to have a better warm-up. They came out and did that, and then it carried over to the game. With the scoring, we've laid it out in practice to all the guys, not in practice, in meetings. We expect 35 points from our 2 leading scorers. Mm-hmm. Now, the rest of the points have to come from somebody else, and they did tonight. Mm-hmm. It was well balanced as far as that goes. And the most gratifying thing is you get to see the guys that till and toil every day in the gym and get beat up by these guys, and they get to play.
Well, and I know you were awfully disappointed that there wasn't a JV game tonight, but those guys still got some minutes here on the varsity floor. 11 of the 12 Trojans that suited up, everybody that suited up played. 11 of 12 of them scored tonight, so that's very good as well. Like I said, just awfully sharp tonight. You ran the break well. Everything to begin the game was at the rim. You told me you wanted to get off to a good start. You led 19-8 at the end of the first quarter, then started shooting some threes in the third. Owen Bailey had 3 threes in the third quarter. He was 3 of 4 in the quarter alone. Only 5 turnovers. This was a game could get a little murky sometimes. You're not taking care of the basketball in this type of game. That didn't happen for your squad tonight.
It was good. We were pretty solid the whole time. Concerning the 3-point attempts, well, they went to zone, so that provides a lot more opportunities because we're pretty darn good if they're playing us man-to-man with our 4-out offense if we just cut to the rim because we're quick enough to get there, and if we deliver the ball in the right spot, we're going to score.
Well, I will let you run. We'll turn around. We'll do it again tomorrow night, right?
Thank you.
Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight, 69-23, 18-18 for Gannon Jacobson and Owen Bailey. They will split the Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, you want to see the folks that have been doing it for 141 years. They're at Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. They're not old. They're just really, really good at what they do. Go see them. They have Valentine's gifts starting under $100. It's a clean sweep tonight for Southeast of Saline here on their home floor. Second consecutive outing that they've been able to accomplish that. 69-23 on the guys' side, 61-59 in overtime on the girls' side. We will turn around. We will do it again tomorrow night. It's an NCAA league contest as Minneapolis comes into the gym. They will take on Southeast of Saline here tomorrow night. Once again, for everybody helping out, Brian Dennett on live stream video. Also, Chris Cadle back producing and engineering at the KINA studio. Appreciate his time as always. Tyler Smith here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. My name is Devin Haney. We will see you tomorrow night here in the Purple Palace. It's a 5:45 pregame with a 6 o'clock tip scheduled Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis. Enjoy your Thursday. We will talk to you tomorrow here from Southeast of Saline.